And Kenny, why you looking like Big E got screwed out of that fucking title? He had no respect when he was WWE champion at all. And he can't even win the fucking Rumble. It's Knucklehead Comics Tuesday. It's fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that and the father goes shamefully? That's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully. Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Results of mass hysteria.
4K, 2K.
What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
Put a button on it. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Now shut up! Shut up! Light doesn't travel that fast.
2 different shots.
It landed.
Fuck it.
So we're saying.
My man looked like he ignored it. Fuck it.
Yeah, he just yelled up line, like there's no line. Just stand there. Reaction shot.
Who he's gonna shoot with his gun down here like this on his hip?
His foot. Dracula is in that motherfucker. How many people fit in this fucking thing? Yo, 12 people came out of this shit.
You got Keanu in the movie. Why you talking Japanese? Why Keanu? They didn't even take Japanese in the fucking Matrix.
They didn't even take Japanese in the Matrix.
My bad. I'm sorry.
What is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I could dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him, and Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick. It was the
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he goes, oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the tape.
And on that note, everyone, It's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads. I'm like, yo, man, this is bullshit. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, maybe it's meant for a reason.
Always thought of it like that, bro. You really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I can't get rid of this thing.
Life was easy. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, it was. I expect you to do the bare minimum, because then what's the point?
True. To do that, I went and got one from the aisle, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up and lay low.
You're female, like you could work your charms in certain situations that I wouldn't be able to. You know how much free shit you gotten? Shit. One said word to mama, shit. Oh, got him. We understand it's gonna bother you. Some of us went through it. Some of us are gonna go through it. Well, we wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go that deep with you. You don't really know what you want to share, Maharo.
That not just happened. Did she not miss the Royal Rumble because of that bullshit? And then you ended with, as long as you're with Lily, you're cured. What?
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
It is Thursday night, and you know what that means. It is Wrestling with Knuckleheads in the fucking building. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What up, Lay? Oh shit, you muted, Lay. I think you muted.
What's up, brother?
Hey, chilling, man, chilling. Yo, Harris is like, this got to be the longest intro in podcast history. How about that one? Nah, next week we're gonna have a shorter version of it, but enjoy the shit while it lasts. But yeah, man, it's fucking Thursday night. It's Wrestling with Knuckleheads.
Sure.
The critically acclaimed Wrestling with Knuckleheads is on the air. We got the new wrestling ring overlay for us. You know what I'm saying? We're out here. We're looking good. We're feeling good. You know, we're on the heels of Gigi and Kenny sponsoring their first matches at an independent wrestling event, which we will get the details of that shit later on when Gigi shows up. Yep. We are also on the quest for the show. We got to find out where the fucking show is at. You know what I'm saying? My man is missing. It's like, where's Waldo? Where's show? Oh my God. You know, we're out here. We're doing our thing in the ring, man. We're doing our thing in the ring. And tonight is the what if episode where we're gonna have a bunch of what ifs. Thanks to Kenny for the idea. I have a bunch of questions on the line, and I have one question that is specifically for Lay.
Okay. And
I didn't put it in the chat because I want to get your honest opinion. I don't want you to think about it. I want you to be completely honest. Okay. And this is one of those questions that might be a brain melter. So I'll give you all the time in the world to answer this shit. And I'm gonna ask you just mano y mano.
Understood.
What if Edge wasn't in the Brood?
What if? Oh, okay. Honestly, I believe that without that push that he first had, that Brood push, because remember when he first came in, this thing was coming out of the crowd. It was supposed to be mysterious, right? I don't think his push would have lasted that long if he wasn't for the Brood. You put it with that entrance, and Christian, and then remember him and Christian then become a tag team that they did.
Yep.
A successful tag team. I don't think he lasted as long. They probably would have made a year in the company, but he would have fizzled out. And he doesn't get with the Brood, then he doesn't get with the Ministry, then them and the Hardy Boys don't have those matches. You know what I mean? So it's literally a snowball effect up. You know what I mean? Like he went up every time. His solo run was trash. He got with the Brood. All right, it's a cool entrance. You know, Gangrel wasn't unpopular, but then the Ministry. Oh, part of another cool thing. Then they had the match with the Hardys. Then it just goes, it snowballs up after that. You know what I mean? But he's not successful without that. 100%.
Oh yeah, but now who would be the fucking power guy now? Like who would have all the powers to control light switches? And
I mean, there's nobody from the Brood left. If Christian was there, but apparently now what it is when you have any connection with the Undertaker, this happens. You're able to control light. You get the Undertaker's light. You know when he retires. So it's an automatic thing. Apparently, I was not aware of that.
You know,
I was not aware of the power transovers. No.
You know, so people don't know this. I knew a military guy that knew Morse code. So we get all the, you know, I would listen to the transcripts and all the transmissions and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So I got a transmission over the Morse code Twitter, because that's how old I am, that Henry Godwin and Phineas are coming back because they now inherited the strength of the Undertaker.
Absolutely.
So they're looking forward to being an undefeated tag team at WrestleMania for the next 20 years.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, they put on their leather overalls, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go. The light switches. Let me. They taught me a little bit of Undertaker magic. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Look. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like I'm controlling it with my mind, because I went to an event and Undertaker was there.
Yeah, so that light, when the light hits you, that's when the power comes.
That's what it is. Yep. That's what it is. Because you know what it is. It's like people forget. I was in the Intercontinental Airlines arena when the Undertaker wrestled. Mm-hmm. So all of this manifested from that. You know what I'm saying, AJ Styles? You're gonna be judged. You're gonna be judged, show. When you come on show, you're gonna be judged. Because I was in the Intercontinental Airlines arena when the Undertaker was there.
Yeah, so automatically you became one.
Yeah. I am what is it? Clairvoyant now. You know, that's the story.
But it doesn't happen when you wrestle the Undertaker.
No.
Because you just have to be associated with him at one point.
Yes.
And yeah, the put up a good fight though. It's a last man standing match right now. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm saying it's just put up a good one. Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, no, definitely I didn't happen none of that. But you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen that out of Raw in so long. Like anything that has to do with it, I was like,
oh yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the Godwins. I was dying because I remember when they came like a group called Injustice, a tag called that Suits. I was like, what the hell is this? What the fuck is this?
That was for a cup of coffee.
I was like, shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, I got another. Well, first off, what's going on, Harris? What's going on, Kenny? What's going on, Pimp? What's going on, everybody else that's fucking watching right now, and everybody that's gonna be listening to the Twitter and the Instagram and the Spotify and the Apple Podcasts and the people in Mars, the aliens that's gonna invade us, Carol Baskin, everybody that's listening, everybody, what's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Now you can officially start going to fuck yourself. But another impromptu question that I got for you, Lay, and this one, it's a little tricky, but I want to hear it from you. What if Mr. Kennedy never lost the the Money in the Bank briefcase, but also was never fired because Cena and Randy Orton were bitching about him.
He would have Vince's illegitimate son, because it would have made perfect sense. It would have been Hornswoggle. Remember, it was supposed to be him from the get. You know what I mean?
True.
But it would have. I think he would have had a good run if he would have stayed healthy too. Let's remember, he was kind of injury prone as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think he would have. To me, he would have probably had one of the better runs because he could do what Randy couldn't do, and he did what John Cena couldn't do. He could wrestle, which Cena can't, and he could talk, which Randy really still can't do to this day. He had that going. That whole mic thing by itself was better than whatever Randy and Orton were doing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know yeah. And they saw the threat. You know what it reminded me of? Remember when Shawn and Triple H saw The Rock the first time? They're like, damn, that kid's good looking, and we've spoken to him, and the way he speaks, they're like, that's a dangerous kid. He's gonna take spots, and that's the same thing that happened there. That kind of deal happened. Yep. You know, Cena and Orton saw him. They were like, yo, damn son, he gets any kind of momentum, we're screwed.
Yeah, but you know the thing is though, because he was invented in the WWE, he falls victim to the WWE engine where his gimmick really didn't work that well outside of the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Where like Adam Cole bring that into the NXT with the Adam Cole baby, so that's gonna travel with him anywhere. The Mr. Kennedy, when he changed his name to Mr. Anderson, and he did the Mr. Anderson.
Well,
Anderson. It's like
the thing is, we never saw him something like Ring of Honor or something like that, where he could have done something like that. Like you said, it could have been ingrained as part of his character before he came in, but he just came in with it. So you're like, oh, that's only a WWE thing.
Yeah,
I completely agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when he changed his name, it made it weird.
Yep.
You're like, it doesn't have the same pizzazz to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you noticed, the WWE fans are completely different than the other wrestling fans.
Oh yeah.
It's like if you're popular outside, you bring it in through the hardcore wrestling fans in the WWE because they're there, and then the WWE fans adopt it. But if you bring it outside of the Attitude Era or the competition era, let's say, because WCW was around when Hogan and everybody else was there. So outside of the popular era of wrestling, when you have something in the WWE, when you go somewhere else, people they're not paying attention to you.
No.
You got to be an icon to bring that shit from the WWE out. You know, like Miro changed his entire character.
Oh yeah.
To make it outside of the WWE. Matt Cardona, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the characters that are made in the WWE can't survive the independent because they're for TV. They're not for a live crowd. Yeah,
it's for live. They're for production live. They're not for live, like, you know, individual live, you know, which is a lot of independent stuff. You're like, you know, this the interaction has to be, there's no production to back you up. Yeah. It's all you, or it's never been you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that happens a lot. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. To answer Harris's question, I believe that dude played a stupid game, and he played a stupid game to get a stupid prize. That's Mike Tyson, son. I don't know if you've ever heard of the man.
Yo, I'm telling you now.
What happened that video? I saw Mike Tyson react.
Listen, because the law states we can't arrest this man for being stupid, but we can punish him. He should have been arrested, and the judge should have been like, "Oh, listen, I can't throw you in jail, but what I will do is go, Tyson, finish the job."
Exactly. Yeah.
Hit him a few more times. Hit him until you're content. Knock him the fuck out. So that way there's consequences to your shit.
Absolutely.
Because in this generation, there's no more consequences.
Mm-hmm.
My man would have got fucked up by Tyson's bodyguard, and probably a fan on the plane if he'd have did that shit to Tyson back in the day. Like, people loved motherfuckers back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, I don't know where you think you get the balls to talk to anybody like that, especially Tyson. And the only reason why we're saying Tyson is because Tyson's from the old school. If he'd have did that to Evander Holyfield or George Foreman, they would have fucked him up too. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that shit. It's just, you know, Tyson's the one that I'm surprised you're still living after him hitting you. He was pulling his punches.
Absolutely. You can see it.
Yeah.
First of all, he caught him in the head like once, and you saw what happened. So it was very. We can tell Michael's if he's swinging the way Mike Tyson. We all know he's swinging. We've seen the highlights.
Yeah.
That man's head is going to be in seat 8, B75.
Word.
Somebody's going to be like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh, that's a dude that came in earlier. He went to the bathroom. You see him?
And then what you do?
Oh, that explains. You spit behind Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you pick up his head, you get Mike Tyson to sign it, and you put that shit on your mural. Sell it on eBay in about 10 years for a couple $1 million.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't. And Mike said it the best. He goes, "Yo, people are not afraid of people reacting to stuff. There are people literally reacting to what they're doing. People not afraid of consequences. They're not afraid of getting hit." I'm like, you got to hit somebody sometime.
Yeah,
you really do. You got to be. Somebody got to drop son sometimes. But like, oh, watch your mouth, son. Watch your mouth.
Word. Because like I said, there's no fucking consequences for shit. But I want to also talk about what Pro put up there.
Oh yeah.
Andre the Giant was the 8th wonder in the world. China was the 9th. But Tony saying Finn is a lesser Seth Rollins is the 10th.
Oh yeah.
That was a take. Yo, bro.
So look. First of all, I just want to say one thing. Just to be real with everybody out here, if you know anything about Prince Devitt, that's Finn Balor's name in New Japan from the young boy he came, right? If you've ever seen, like we got a bit of the rock and roller Finn Balor in NXT for the people that don't know New Japan and the Bullet Club and all that. Before they started the Bullet Club, him, Anderson, and Tonga, and also Gallows when he came. He first started to turn heel when he was a rock and roller. He started showing this personality because at first he was just a white baby face. Like, what I'm saying, turning. And there's nothing Seth has done or will ever do that will touch that rock and roller. And then he even got better when he became the leader of the Bullet Club. I want you people to understand that. Remember, he started going around the world, painting himself, and then wrestling like that. Understand that whatever Seth is now, he must have seen Finn at one point and took something from it. Like, oh, I can change myself. Seth has been the same character until right now that he was in everything else. The Shield, the Architect, besides the Monday Night Messiah, which I never understood. And to this day, I was like, yeah. But for the most part, Seth has been the same guy until he became the Joker / Riddler idiot with no rhythm that he is now. You get it? And this is the man. And then the same gentleman says, oh, he had that Seth is better overall. I go, my man, we never saw Finn. Oh, he said Finn is not a championship level guy. You never saw it because Seth took him out.
Yep.
The same guy you say he's less talented than. When's the last time Finn actually hurt somebody? And then he says he's never seen matches impressed with. Yo, that match with Kyle O'Reilly by itself. I can just mention that one. But his match with Brock, I can mention that one. I can mention so many in New Japan. I can mention him and Neville in NXT when he was there.
Samoa Joe.
We can do this.
Yeah.
Says Finn is a less talented. My man knows the other way around. You understand that? You understand?
Yeah.
It's just which Finn did you watch? Which Prince Devitt did you watch? You know what I mean? Because that's pretty bold. And listen, it's your opinion, and I get it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but hey, man, it's yours. But I think it's wrong as fuck. I know Pro agrees with me. I'm damn sure that Toe agrees with me.
Yeah. Seriously, I 100% agree with you. That's an insult to me to say that he's a lesser Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins is nobody. Yep. Seth Rollins, let's be clear, his only dominant character was the Architect when he was with Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
In the Shield, John Moxley was running the show. He was the United States champion, and he was a tag team with Roman. When he left, He became champion because he took out Seth Rollins. He took out fucking Sting and Finn Balor. I'm not gonna let that shit go. Y'all want to talk about Nia Jax hurting people? My man put 2 people on the shelf and almost ended one guy's career. She broke somebody's face. Get over it. But yo, he did that. He was United States champion and WWE champion under Triple H's guidelines with the good best, what's good for business or whatever the fuck that they want to say. People power, that bullshit. When he left and became Monday Night Messiah, he did nothing but take out Rey Mysterio's eye, which was stupid. He wasted Buddy Murphy's Monday Night Raw.
Oh, let's not forget, he was the Kingslayer.
The Kingslayer because he beat Brock Lesnar. That does. All right, take the shit out of it. These predetermined. You want to say, right? Wins and losses in this case do not matter. It's your performance in the ring. He could have lost to Brock Lesnar. You didn't have a 5-star match with Brock Lesnar. You know who did? Bryan Danielson. You know who did? Finn Balor. You know who did? AJ Styles.
Absolutely.
These are the top guys in the wrestling industry. You want to say that he might not be anybody in the WWE? He had that match with Brock Lesnar in the WWE. He had that cage match with Samoa Joe in NXT, which happens to be in WWE. He had the run for the fucking Universal title in the WWE when he was the bad guy before he got all fucked over when he was doing the rock and roller shit on Raw in the WWE. You're using him now to push Damian Priest and Austin Theory to the sky because you think that them getting over on Finn Balor is going to make them better wrestlers. They don't do that with no one else. You notice that. Who are the 2 guys that they put up with Austin Theory, the guy they're shoving down our throat? AJ Styles and Finn Balor. That's happening in the WWE. You want to go outside the WWE? Seth Rollins did jack shit. Seth Rollins was in ROH. Yeah, that's fine and all that other stuff. I didn't hear about him until he was NXT champion, first NXT champion. Finn Balor, I knew in New Japan. Finn Balor, I knew in Prince David, I knew. I didn't need to look at my brother when he debuted in NXT going, who the fuck is that? I knew exactly who that was. Shinsuke Nakamura, I knew. All these other guys, who the fuck is this? But you know what I'm saying? My man, Anti-Venom, Venom, all these people he dressed up, they bring that shit from New Japan to WWE. They try to bring the club to the WWE with Finn Balor. The thing is, because Finn Balor is not WWE homegrown, they're not going to give him the ball. Seth Rollins, they'll give him the ball because he's WWE homegrown for a lot of people. And like Pro likes to say, he went from wearing all black to Power Ranger suit to to red pants and now to Wish.com suits and laughing. That is not character evolution. Finn Balor literally went from being someone who lost to Jeff Hardy in 20 seconds to being the greatest threat that Roman Reigns had for the WWE, for the Universal Championship at fucking when he lost to the rope. If that's not character development in a short ass fucking time, if that's not saying you're one of the best, where you can go from wrestling Cedric Alexander on main event to main eventing with the Universal Champion, your hottest heel at the moment, and putting on one of the best matches he had last year, then I'm sorry, bro. Seth Rollins doesn't hold a candle to him. You want to talk about accolades. You want to talk about shit that's happening. You want to talk about the fucking facts that are on my wall. I don't speak in opinion. I speak in fact. I speak in what I see, and what I see, these are the facts. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns had a decent match with a story they pulled out of their ass. While Finn Balor had an awesome match with a bullshit ending, but he was the one guy that we all said, hey, he might be able to beat Roman Reigns. And if he would have beat Roman Reigns, nobody would have been like, what the fuck he did that? Nope. Because that's how good Finn Balor is.
Agreed. Absolutely, he was.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Remember, he beat Roman to get into the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I say this. Yo, listen. Nobody has your opinion. Like, there are people that actually believe that John Cena is one of the best actual wrestlers in WWE history. Yo, my man, see how that is. You heard what I said? Like, I felt disgusting saying that. Like, you remember, you're saying he's one of the best ones. People are saying that, and meanwhile, you got Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Finn Balor,
Jericho.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I could put Pac in there that used to be in that company. You know what I'm saying? I could say Kenny Omega. I could say Adam Cole. I mean, I'm talking about guys, guys that just wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, Brian Danielson, same deal. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about people that wrestle.
And
that's
you
like
know,
saying that same thing. It's like, yo, he's one of the best wrestlers. That's extremely disrespectful to the guys that are actually good at the craft.
No, seriously. And you know, if you wanna say, all right, let's say these guys right now just watch WWE, because I'm assuming Tony. I'm not 100% sure, but I might be wrong. Tony is a WWE guy. He's not too much in the independent or New Japan or something like that, right?
Well, he knows some. He
knows somebody's majority WWE.
Stuff, yeah.
Most, yeah. So let's translate it to that, because I am mostly WWE also, but I've grown knowledge in the independent circuit thanks to Lay and everybody else around me. So here's the thing. Let's get away from the Kurt Angle era with Eddie Guerrero. Right now, we're talking about JBL, Booker T, and all these other people after that, with John Cena transitioning from the Thugonomics to the Marine. That era. The greatest wrestler, and it doesn't hurt me to say this, but it pisses me off that I have to say it because he could have been so much fucking better. The greatest wrestler in that era, like pound for pound wrestler, besides Booker T, Randy Orton. Randy Orton could have been the greatest wrestler of all time, but he decided to fuck around and not give any effort at most times.
Well,
but my man put on one of the matches of Undertaker's career, WrestleMania, with the Legend Killer versus the Undertaker.
Yes, sir.
He put on multiple good matches with Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Benoit when he won the title at SummerSlam. That was a fucking amazing match. Yo, he had amazing matches with Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio. This guy literally fought every single type of wrestler and had amazing matches with him, and then just turned off. It's almost like he said, yo, this isn't hard enough for me. I'm not interested no more. I'm out. Mm-hmm. But him growing up in the era with the Natural Dustin Rhodes and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Macho Man and British Bulldog and Bret Hart, growing up in that era, he would have been the guy the fucking steppers, the guy that we compare everybody else to. He'd have been that guy. He would have been that guy, but for me, he just turned off, and he fucking phoned it in a lot. The match he had with Kofi Kingston, it's like, damn son, you ruined a lot of shit in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and this is not because he's 20 years in the business bullshit. It's just my man had the potential to be the greatest fucking wrestler that we ever seen. And if you want to talk about that, like straight out looking at wrestling, the biggest wrestler in that era, yes, John Cena was the biggest wrestler. He was the most popular. That had very little to do with him.
Yeah. Because
outside of the ring, he's not Hulk Hogan. Because inside the ring, he's John Cena. Outside of the ring, when he's doing interviews and all that other shit, he's a professional. He's a human being. He's a regular guy. Hogan fucking acted like Hogan when he was in movies. He was Mr. Nanny, and he's Hulk Hogan in Mr. Nanny.
Yeah,
in Suburban Commando, he's an alien. He's Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? John Cena was just
true. He's a suit
and tie. Yeah, he's a suit and tie guy. But everybody, they got on board the train. And what made him even more popular, John Cena, was the hate that he got. Because at that time, the whole "you can't see me" shit is how people identified with their haters. And, the people who hate John Cena started hating John Cena, and they went to go see John Cena just to tell him that he sucked. It's like John Cena was the best heel not of all time, but he was one of the top heels without even being a heel.
Yep.
In all honesty, that's what Cody Rhodes could have been. I thought Cody Rhodes was going to do that in AEW.
I thought he was aiming for
it.
Yeah.
You all heard me.
Yeah,
I said, yo, he's doing this shit in spite of these things. But no, he took that shit up the ass. but this is the thing though. It's like you're not paying attention to the wrestling. You're buying into the story, which is perfectly fine. But now when you're gonna give your opinion on something, it's false. That's like saying like, yo, Nomar Garcia Powell is the greatest, shortstop of all time. But then you got Derek Jeter. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Mark McGwire is the greatest home run hitter in history. But then you have Barry Bonds.
Absolutely.
Shattering records. You know what I'm saying? It's like the story they tell you is the one you want to believe, but the facts are different.
Absolutely.
Was John Cena the top guy in the business? Yes.
Absolutely.
At that time, yes.
Yes.
Is Roman Reigns obliterating him right now? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and it's funny because Roman did what everybody wanted Cena to do in like, just tell us you're the heel, bro. And Roman's did it. He goes like, all right, I'm gonna be the heel. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be the guy that Jericho always believed that I could be. And I love going to that point because Jericho, I mean, if anybody knows about character, turning heel and turning face, it's one of the guys that bid it the greatest ever. And it's Jericho. And then Jericho talked to Roman a couple of times. He chilled with him and goes, yo, I'm sorry, why are you not like this out there? Or they want me this way. But first of all, like I said before, like I was saying the conversation that we had with Tony and all that. When they give him blue contacts, I said, what in the Aryan race is going on with this? Why does a Samoan man have blue contacts? What is that about?
I have no idea.
It clicked. Somebody figured out, man, maybe Jericho was right the whole time. Maybe as cool as he is back here, let's just let him be out there. Just, it's who you are, pumped up to 11.
Yeah.
So that's always been the best characters. Either that or some outlandish shit.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I prefer whatever Roman's doing now over any Cena's work post Thugonomics.
Yeah.
I really like that. I was like, oh, okay. Slim Shady kind of thing. He was popular. I get what they're doing. Like if Eminem was on roids.
Yeah.
I get it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, like, also some of the best characters are fully committed to him.
Absolutely correct.
Fully committed to him.
Yeah.
Undertaker, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hogan, The Warrior, Macho Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ric Flair.
There was that guy. I forgot his name. He was older than them. That the dude never broke character on some MJF shit. Like he never broke character. I always forget the guy's name. Koloff.
Oh, Nikolai Koloff.
Yeah, Koloff.
I was thinking of not the guy who wrestled the Butcher all the time. He died in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Bruiser Brody.
That's who I don't know.
No, him too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the commitment Koloff had. He was like he'd be in the airport in his gear, like pants in his gear, like this. His thing is singlet, and the Russian. He wasn't even Russian. The Russian accent was thick, and he like, you know what I mean? On some imagine a kid walking through the airport in his gear. You're like,
yeah.
Can he get on the plane like that? Post 9/11, folks. Post 9/11.
Yeah, no, real quick, like, I'm hearing in my headphones. We got an asshole on the line. I'm gonna tap him in real quick.
Here we go.
There we go.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Oh, we're screwed.
The Rock says. The Rock says. The Rock.
It's funny. That was less than 8 seconds. Good job.
Yeah, right.
I like that.
Hey, how you doing, fellas? Oh my time.
That was there we go. Well, look at that, man.
That was quick.
42. Yeah. Proud of you, brother.
Hey,
nice.
We early.
Proud of you, man. Yeah. I'm not joking. I mean that.
Bird. We was on the look for you, show. I sent the team out.
Nah. No need to look for me. I'm here. Live and present.
Nice. But going off of what Lay said, it's true though. Like the characters had to be committed. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Iron Sheik got pulled over for possession of weed, and they got and it broke kayfabe. It broke the storyline, and they got in trouble for that shit.
Yep.
Like people really thought that Iron Sheik and Hacksaw Jim Duggan were on site. You know, they really thought that if we saw them together, they're gonna fight.
Yeah,
that's how it was supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, and that level of kayfabe is rare nowadays. But when you get it, and the guy is full to it, you know what I mean? You know, because you got to remember, everybody has a camera phone now. You know, so when you got a guy like MJF, you know, I can't even think anybody else would commit like that. But a guy like MJF, that he's flipping off a kid at a pro wrestling show at a beach, and then the kid flips him off. It's about to go down and smack him. You're like, see what I'm saying? That's the commitment I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's completely about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's a character that's very easy to live by. You know?
Well, I mean, with all due respect, I'm pretty sure Jeff does not want to rock a suit every day.
Oh no, I hear you.
But he want to rock some sweats on somebody again. Fuck this game.
Yeah, but the Undertaker can wear all black, walk around like he's dead.
Absolutely,
Kane can't walk around with that mask and that fucking suit on at the beach. You know?
I just imagine warm-ups looking like Yoshi, but with the helmet on.
You know, at the beach, just walking in the water straight like Jason and shit.
Yeah, like I want to see him like walking on the gas station.
Wee with the fucking mask.
Like, imagine somebody that doesn't know pro wrestling at that point in time, and they see him come in with the mask and go, but he has like a trash suit on. You're like, can I help you? And he's like, Gatorade.
I need 4 tickets.
Gatorade.
Can I get $20 on tank number 5?
He said, aisle 3, thanks. You're like, what the fuck was that? And he could just like take some money on some. Thank you. Is that one leather glove? What the fuck is going on here?
The fucking money's half burnt and shit.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I'm sorry. I can literally picture this in you. Somebody behind him on some. I don't even know what I want anymore. I'm just like, what is this? What are you?
Yeah.
Like, what are
Seriously.
you? Oh man, yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah. It was yeah. I got just that whole opinion. I was just like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me possibly 2 hours to go. I can't believe he said that shit. And just like I read it back and I was like, a human being said this to me. A person that knows pro wrestling said this to me. I was like, fuck. But like I said, everybody has their opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, Show, I don't know if he was listening before you made your grand entrance. We're referring to Tony saying that Finn Balor is a second-rate Seth Rollins.
Wow.
I was over here like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like Show's brain just went,
You fool!
Nah, because I don't consider. I consider them different. Like Seth Rollins is more of a whole act. Like y'all may not like it. I like it. I like the entrance. I like.
Well, you're wearing some of his gear right now, so I get it. You shop at the same place.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Burn it down. But anyway,
Yeah, you know what's funny? Now that I come think about it, he mentions that. What the fuck was that character?
to burn it down.
Character. What exactly was that?
You don't remember him burning down the WWE Ash to Ash? The whole 5 seconds of him burning.
That reminds me. That sounds like on some Damian Priest shit. What exactly was that character supposed to be?
He was supposed to be
that evolution.
He was supposed to be the guy who burnt down the Triple H's for the people. I don't know what was the faction called. The Triple H, the corporation, the authority. He was supposed to burn down the authority.
He was gonna burn down the authority,
and that lasted about 5 minutes.
He just arson.
He just started wearing Bam and Bigelow's clothes. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was an arson at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. Because now that you mentioned, I was like, I don't recall what that character was supposed to be the whole time. Like I never got a definitive answer.
Yeah, there's no evolution with Seth Rollins. He's just throwing shit out there and hoping something sticks.
Especially now, he's just throwing thrift shop gear, not drip, thrift shop gear. Just it sticks and people like it. But you know, there's some people that are batshit that absolutely love his gear. Yeah. Like Kenny wants to rock the same gear.
Yeah,
I don't understand it, but you know, hey, listen. If that gets you into wrestling and you're a fan of it, fantastic. Do I find it stupid? Absolutely.
Yo, dude, that laugh. No, it is stupid. But that laughing shit that he does, it's so untimely. Like, it makes no sense. Like, you can tell that Seth Rollins cannot tell a joke.
Yeah,
he has no like sense for timing. Like the Undertaker, when he gave his Hall of Fame speech, he like, that's why everybody loved him. He's a fucking hilarious dude. Seth Rollins would not be able to do that. How do you not know when to laugh? Like, are you trying to be menacing? Because you don't just laugh out of nowhere when you're menacing. Jake the Snake Roberts laughed at people after he hurt them. He was laughing at Macho Man after Damien wouldn't get off of his arm and he had to punch him. He just started laughing like, ha ha! I got you, you son of a bitch. You want another one? And then he's kissing the snake like, yes. Seth Rollins just laughing because someone said something like, you know, Cody Rhodes, I'm here to wrestle the best. What?
No, yeah, it was the timing.
He doesn't even know how to laugh.
The timing is off, and look, I don't know what this character is supposed to be. Like, I can't. Like, right now in the WWE, there's so many characters that I don't understand what they are.
Yeah.
Even when some of them have definitive names, I'm just like, I don't see it. I don't get it. Like, right now, I don't know what Edge and Damian Priest are. They don't have a name.
The closest
I do know what Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish are, and they don't have a name.
Yeah,
I understand what they are.
They do have a name now. They're the Undisputed Elite.
Undisputed Elite
with the Young Bucks. Yeah, they're the Undisputed Elite.
I am going to tell you right now, fuck that. I'm not saying all that shit. I'm not saying all that shit.
Yeah, they're the annexation of Puerto Rico.
They ain't gonna fuck themselves. I'm not saying all that shit. All three guys, I've seen them from ROH come up and all that. I am not saying that shit. Yo, UE. UE's on TV. I'm not saying all that shit.
No, but it's like Santana Ortiz and shit. It was like,
once again, you gotta work on that name, son.
Yeah, Lilu. Lilu.
Exactly.
Yo, give us a little bit.
Let's zero that in because it's a lot.
But going to your point, we know who Damien Austin Theory is.
Yeah.
Even without the Vince McMahon shit, we know who he is. He's a dickhead that takes selfies because he thinks he's the best wrestler in the world.
He's purely this generation.
Yes, that's exactly what he is. Taking a selfie, and we know that because that's what he shows us. We don't know what a veteran of almost 30 years. Like, we don't know what his character is. We don't know who his partner's character is. Like, I feel like they're about to be on somewhere the New Brood. And I get it because he was in the Brood for 3 months and he shook the Undertaker's hand and now he has power. I was in the Intercontinental Airlines Arena one time and the Undertaker wrestled. Look, I have powers, Show. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
I have powers.
Oh, shit.
And now I'm back.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's it? So it's just the lighting?
This is now the Ministry of Wrestling with Knuckleheads.
It don't take much to get the powers, man.
No, it doesn't.
Easy.
Absolutely. It doesn't take little to minimal effort to get that power, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that's the same thing as all right, we have so many characters that are not characters, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, you're just gonna laugh like a jackass and wear stupid suits. Okay. Yeah. And then then for WrestleMania, you're gonna wear some see-through lingerie shit. That probably was your wife aimed for, but you said I'll take it instead.
Yep.
Were you having a midlife crisis that we're not worried about?
I think so. Yo, there's one thing I want to get to that relates to this, but also is going to transition to AEW because AEW is starting to show the same thing. The problem with WWE is like what Heels Liv said in our group chat. There is no more weight divisions. Like, there doesn't have to be a weight division, but there is no more divisions. Back in the day, the Intercontinental division was separate. They never touched the heavyweight division. They were separate entities, like separate shows that were wrestling on the same night. You know what I'm saying? They had their own thing. There is none of that now. Finn Balor is just go where we need you. If he would have stayed as the United States champion and developed 6 or 7 guys in that division that wrestled for that title, it would have been a separate entity from the world from the world title, and everything would have been crazy. And then when it's time for him to step up to the world, it would have been like a new guy coming in, fresh new guy. You know what I'm saying? And how it relates to the AEW is AEW did that for a while, but the minute, and it's sad to say, the minute they signed like Keith Lee and Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, they needed to fit people into storylines. And there's so many people coming in now that we need to fit people into storylines that their whole divisions are being crushed. Dante Martin was on the top of the hill in a newcomer, like in the newcomer rising to that TNT title slot. In that division, with Ricky Stark and fucking with Dante Martin and then Yuta, like all these guys that you could have put there to wrestle each other to eventually get to the TNT title status, they're gone now.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Martin fell off a cliff. Now when his partner came back, he just fell off. It's like, yo, we need a reason for Daniel Bryanson to be on TV. So what is he? He's gonna wrestle guys that he thinks are good and they're gonna bleed. But Dante Martin's too young to be, and he doesn't have the style for them, so we can't put him in there with him.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's a tag team. But guess what? The tag teams are being held back because now we have so many groups with trios in it. And now FTR wants to be the greatest tag team in the world, but all we're seeing is the Red Dragons and the Jurassic Express and FTR. We're not seeing any of these other tag teams. Private Party beat the Young Bucks in that tournament for the inaugural and AEW Tag Team Championships and did nothing after that.
What?
They fell off a cliff also.
Yep.
They're like, I get it. You have 2 hours of show, but you put on 10 times more wrestling in that 2 hours than Raw does in the 3 hours.
True.
And Raw does in the premium live events sometimes.
Yep.
The thing is that wrestling has to be coherent. I appreciated watching CM Punk and the Natural Dustin Rhodes try to live up to their good old days in that match, and that match was okay for what it was. It was the dream match, but I would have preferred something that actually held water, like something that went to the storyline or something that was going to build somebody up.
Yep.
That match is cool.
Yep.
But that match ain't like, unless that was going to be the main event of the night, nostalgia match of the night, that match didn't need to happen. Like Aleister Black, he's in the back talking now. You telling me Brody King couldn't be wrestling nobody, showing his dominance?
Yep. Agreed.
The Hardy Boys had to come out when Darby Allin beat Andrade in the casket match. Like, why are these guys being pushed so hard? I get it. People paid to see them, but they also paid to see AEW. When I went to AEW, I wanted to see Santana Ortiz, fucking Pentagon Jr., but I also went there to see everybody else wrestle. I went there to see wrestling.
Yeah.
And they're crumbling into that. There's no real division now.
I agree.
Because Sammy Guevara is the TNT champion, but who do you see him wrestling outside of Scorpio Sky?
Nope. I mean, can't think of anybody right now. Maybe Daniel Garcia, but he's a heel too.
Yeah, and he's dealing with Santana Ortiz and fucking Eddie Kingston. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's a hot mess, bro. It is.
Yeah. It's too many. Yo, listen, I said this before, and I'm not even gonna front with you. I said it was a good thing they signed all these people because now we get to see them wrestle. But it's clearly too many people for one person to be writing their stories. This is where you would need your team. This is where Cody would have shined, because I understand Cody wants to be a wrestler, but running the show, his father did that. Dusty Rhodes ran WCW for a little while. He did a lot of shit in WWE. He came up with a lot of these matches. The War Games match he came up with. Being the guy running the shit, to me, would have cemented your legacy. Because yeah, you're a good wrestler and all that, but being a wrestling mind it's like uncomparable. Triple H, people hated him as a wrestler. Look at Lane. Like anybody could tell you, he buried a lot of people. NXT saved his life. NXT saved his career.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. It was a saving grace of what he did with his wrestling career.
Also,
that's like when Shawn Michaels came back to wrestle. Same deal.
Yep.
His prior whole attitude and everything was negative. Like it was a very negative connotation, Shawn. Then he comes back. He has like a whole like renaissance or whatever. Finds God, and all of a sudden he's having these matches, and everybody's like, "Hey, he's not such a douche."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was you gonna say, Shawn?
No, I said it saved his life and at the same time almost killed him. Wasn't it the cause of his heart attack?
I think it was just the wrestler's life was the cause of his heart attack. Because he's notorious for not taking drugs or drinking or anything like that, but the working out constantly, the traveling, the lack of sleep, all that shit takes effect on your body.
Yeah, it's gonna do it. Yeah.
No medicine, allegedly. That guy came back brolic after that knee. Too strong.
True, but yeah, but hey, listen. People co-signed Triple H not drinking or taking drugs. You know, when you got the Click and Undertaker and everybody saying no, he doesn't drink, but he's a driver and he's a cool dude. I'll until you prove otherwise, I'll take him for their word.
I agree with the alcohol.
Yeah,
steroids is different. They ain't gonna be there for that.
Well, I mean,
they hurt his knee.
I mean, well, you can tell when someone's on steroids when they go off the shit. Like Chris Masters dropped like 30 pounds in 1 week after he's on his steroids. Hogan wants to say he got slimmer in WCW because of the whole hair. No, he was on steroids. He dropped all that weight in WCW and became very skinny. There was no more 24-inch pythons with Hogan. Warrior did the same shit. Remember, the Warrior was huge, came back skinny. Triple H was huge, but even when he stopped wrestling, he was huge. He just became flabby. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing with steroids, it's like an overdose of hormones, an overdose of testosterone. When your body ain't producing the testosterone to heal as rapidly as before, your body can't grow as much. That's why you shrink. You're not going to be able to withstand working out at the same pace as you did with the steroids. It's just allowing you to work out 100% of the time for 4 days a week instead of for 2.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely correct. Yep. So the people don't understand about steroids. You don't get big. You still got to put in the work. It doesn't matter.
And look at Arnold. Arnold now is nothing compared to what he was. But look at Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno's still huge.
This is true.
That's what I used to say about Barry Bonds. You actually need to have skills, bro. Like, I don't just take steroids and hit 72 home runs.
Yeah, that's a huge misconception. In order to hit a 90-mile fastball, you gotta have some fucking talent, son. That is not easy to do at all. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You gotta make contact, son, in order to hit a home run.
Hell yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it.
I think I got one in me. I think I got a home run in me.
I like that. You confident on yourself, bro. I like that.
Hey, man. Yo, even if I can't do it, I can do it. Fuck that.
Give me the bat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, the way I see it is the rest of the world's going to say I can't. Fuck them. I can do it. Prove me wrong. Chris, prove me wrong.
This is true. This is true.
That.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Lesson to you young kids out there.
Yeah, if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly.
Wow.
That's it. Facts. Shit.
I love that say.
Word. But show, what is what is your take on everything I just said? Have you been keeping up with the Joneses in AEW or?
Nope.
I've been trying here and there. For some reason, my DVR decided not to record anything lately, but I did hear about the coffin match. I did hear about Sting taking bumps that he's not supposed to be taking at 60. And I did hear everything you was talking about too. So my take is Darby Allin, you said beat Andrade and then somebody else came out?
Well, the Hardy Boys came out afterwards to do the whole delete shit.
Yeah. Do the whole.
Yeah, right. And you saw Jeff Hardy started like moving his
Yeah, he
shoulders.
fucked
Like
up his arm going real too. You going way hard. He did the Sami
Sami
Zayn when he threw up his arm.
Yeah.
I did not know Jeff Hardy was involved in that whole delete thing. I didn't know they were together during that stage.
He was Brother Miro. Brother, yeah. Was it Miro or Nero?
I think it's Nero.
Yo, thanks for the follow.
Miro's Sting. Miro's thing. Rusev.
Oh shit, we got to follow?
Yeah, we got to follow on Twitch. Argons23. Appreciate that. But yeah, they came out right after the match. Yeah, I feel so sorry for Darby Allin.
Why is that? You don't think they'll ever push him or something?
I think he's becoming a novelty act.
Yeah, he is.
I don't want to say Sting's holding him back, but he at one point could have been the AEW champion. Like he was that big, and then Sting came out.
That's where I saw his trajectory. I was like, yo, I like this kid. First of all, he doesn't care about his body. Let's be understanding.
Yeah,
but he can actually wrestle.
He's like if Mick Foley was Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, you know absolutely correct. Yeah, if Mick Foley had Jeff Hardy's talent or ability to move.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what he is.
You know who fucked up his trajectory? Because he was dope. I remember this coming from a rookie because I don't watch it like that. But he was very popular until he fought CM Punk and CM Punk beat him. Because before that,
he had a great match with MJF.
Yep.
An amazing match with MJF, bro.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a rivalry I would love to see because they are literally the other side of each coin. MJF with the suits and, got to be proper. And then this dude is on the skateboard. He don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he wears hoodies, shorts, and tights.
Yep.
Looking like Darth Helmet. But whatever, that's not for me to judge.
Yeah. and another thing, MJF is a gimmick, and that's Darby Allin.
Yeah, exactly. Darby Allin really does that skateboard shit.
Yeah.
He lives that life. You know what I'm saying? But that's perfect if you want to build a story like that. You know what I mean? The upper class versus the working man or the outsider. There it is. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's perfect. But you're right, Joe, because once CM Punk fought Darby Allin, it became Darby Allin was the go-to guy that everybody needs to wrestle to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no longer Darby Allin is making his way up. It's everybody using Darby Allin. And then Sting's there, and then Sting's there, and then you have to fit in the fact that we need to have Sting's appeal there. So now Darby Allin's fighting Sting's battles. And a lot of this shit doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know why Andrade needs to have Darby Allin on his team. That makes no sense for me. They're not even similar to anything like that. My man got a 40 ounce right now. And like, I don't want to say Sting's holding him back because Sting could be the guy that sets him apart as everybody else. Like Sting isn't doing anything to hinder him. Like Tully Blanchard and FTR, the minute he got with them, they became a joke. And when they dropped them, now they're the best tag team in the world. Like, you can tell. Arn Anderson did nothing for Cody Rhodes. He actually made Cody Rhodes look a little weak in AEW. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't even like he was trying to keep him away from that ownership. They were so concerned with not trying to look like they were Vince McMahon or Triple H that they got away from the Cody character.
Yep.
And I don't want to say that's why people hated him, but that sure as hell is why people would turn their backs on you. When you rip apart everything you are, but you're still gonna force people to think that you're still Cody Rhodes, a lot of people are not gonna respect you for that. What's going on, Gigi? Gigi's in the building.
Hey!
We got the promoter in the house.
Stop. What's up, you guys?
What's going on, Gigi?
Just trying to, figure out this whole situation. Again, apparently I have matches on my own because this is the end of my light that the replacement.
That's the new one. You just broke the new one. Jesus. Oh man.
To be fair, I was originally going to return these because this bottom piece from the other part broke on me, and I was like, "Oh, this is cheap shit. Fuck this. I'm just gonna return it," and I could never find it. And then the return was just way out of the policy from Amazon and shit like that. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep it. So this was the other one that didn't break on me that I just happened to kind of adjust. I was adjusting the position so that way I can just, and then next thing you know, went quick, quick, and I was like, oh, right, because it's a cheap piece of shit. That's where we're at, folks. It's all right.
Called Amazon and said,
"Girl, fuck you, Mama Webble."
Word.
It's all right. I still got. I'm gonna get it to work though. No matter what, we gonna make it. Well, come on, Rubik's Cube. There we go.
People, man. A little duct tape, Robotoast.
That's it.
Yeah,
not even.
super glue.
Just give me the Gorilla Glue. That's it. Just give me the Gorilla Glue. That shit's never gonna move. The other ring light, that shit's gone already. It's in the garbage. That's it. All right, garbage.
That's it.
But
don't act like we wasn't born in the fucking 80s, Gigi. Get some super glue and put that shit good as new.
Put water in the ketchup. Stop.
Word. Yeah. Fuck that.
What's up, you guys? Gigi, the promoter, soon to be the owner. Stop.
Oh, seriously. Yeah, seriously. We got a legend in the fucking house. She gets shout out by more wrestlers than the wrestlers do.
Dude, that was so awesome though. So a first experience of an indie show, it is expected. I've never been to an indie show ever in my whole entire life. And to be able to promote a match, and the match was fucking awesome. I honestly wish I was able to get more video footage. But being there in the moment, I think was a little bit more for me. And then on top of that, I'm being mom, also. So I'm taking my kid to her first indie show. So this is a first time experience all around. My first time, her first time, her only problem with the thing is that it was so loud in there because the place that we had, it was in a school, floor. I'm just gonna say a school floor, like the main floor, where everything was just a ring and just foldable chairs, and then on the side you had the lunch tables and shit like that. After a while, my ass was hurting me, and I was like, no, I can't do this. We need to move around. Kenny was able to spot some guys from Henny Wrestling. And he was able to spot Kofi. And he was like, yo, just bring the fucking let's go over here. We're gonna be standing, but we gotta see for Riley. We gotta see for you if you want. I was like, nah, I don't want to sit. I'm tired of sitting. I'll stand. I'm good. The spot where we were originally at, no lie, after a while, people were just blocking my view, and I just got so fucking annoyed that I just went up to the little trash can that was in front of them, and I turned around and I was like, hey, you guys, hi. Really quickly, can you guys just move? Because I can't see shit behind you guys. I can't see jack shit. Nothing. All I see is the back of your bodies. And they're like, oh, yeah. And it was really cool. They moved and everything. It was cool. But that was my only thistle that I had. other than that, it was a pretty sweet event. The girls kicked ass, all of them. The boys kicked ass. There was this massive bump. I don't even remember who took the bump and whatever the case may be. But it was in the first match, and you have these steel freaking which pillars. Obviously, that's holding the fucking building. You have to have pillars throughout the whole thing. And he took one of the most nastiest bumps. Myself echo. That was weird.
That's show. I muted the show though.
Oh, okay. So he took one of the nastiest bumps and literally had his whole back body hit the fucking lead steel fucking pillar, whatever you want to call it, the metal pillar that's holding the building. All right, his whole back went to it, and I just looked at it. I said, "Oh my god, he's going to feel that." And that was within the first match. That was with the pre-show. And out of all the pre-show events, that just like kind of took me like, holy shit, this is just the first match, and this is what we're doing. There's not much coverage here, folks. What you see is the thin mats are this thin on the ground. They go on the ground, you're gonna feel it.
Shit.
But the match between Team Dangerous and Team Thick. Oh man, I love this. Team Thick and Juicy. Dope ass fucking match. So shout out to all the girls that basically just killed it yesterday in the show. Everybody, Battle Club Pro, thank you so much for letting me sponsor. Janelle from HR Jobberteers Podcast, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to go ahead and sponsor one of the most greatest matches of indie women wrestling. And Swole's match, top notch. Swole's match and then my match, basically the two matches of the night overall.
Nice. Okay. Gigi, we're about to start calling Gigi Mean Gigi Oakland.
Yeah. Nah, because I wasn't doing interviews. Yo, I was just like, yo, we out. I gotta go. I'm too high for this shit. I got my kid. I'm just trying to go back to the Bronx. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in unfamiliar territory right now, and I don't know who knows me. I don't know nobody.
From Brooklyn.
Born and raised in Brooklyn, bruh. I just reside in the Bronx because the rent is, is good.
So you home. Yeah. You was home.
Nigga, Brooklyn's big. It's different parts of Brooklyn. I was born here in Brooklyn. Niggas were over here in Brooklyn. All right.
Gangsters over here. Don't know the gangsters over there.
Brooklyn goes by streets. It don't go by neighborhood.
Nah, not everybody in Brooklyn get along. I see.
Yeah. Across the street is my enemy.
Word.
It was like that. It was like that. Shit.
That's how it be.
Man.
New York.
But it was really cool. I would definitely do it again. I would like to do it next time without my child. And she wants to go. That's the best part. She wants to go. She's like, when can we go? When can we do this again? Next time when we go, let's bring my headphones so it's not so loud and I can watch the matches. Because that whole night she was like, when's the women coming out? When are the girls coming out to wrestle? When are the girls coming out to wrestle? Are the girls coming out now? I'll just watch my tablet.
Damn, no love for the guys.
No love for the guys. I tried to. Because there was definitely some like Boricua wrestlers out there. So, you know me. I'm like, hey, you see them? They're Boricua. They're Puerto Rican.
Family.
They're Puerto Rican like me and you. Which means it don't matter if they're good guys. It don't matter if they're bad guys. They're one of our guys. So we have to cheer them on no matter what because they're Boris. She's like, well, what are their bad guys? We cheer them on. They're one of our people. We need to stick to our people, baby. This is what we do. We stick to our people no matter how bad the gimmick is. We stick to our fucking people.
That's right.
Well, yeah,
Unless it's fucking Damian Priest.
Nah, that's what I was gonna say. So do you stick to the Damian Priest?
He's one of. That's why I said. That's why I said.
You taking
I
on my
said
shit.
it, all right. That's why I said what I said. Even if the gimmick
that.
is trash, all right. We stick with our people. God damn it, Joe.
You listening to
people? Marty,
Shit, we made Lay leave.
Look at that. Toe said Lay said I'm good.
Yeah, he's like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Damien, who?
Sorry, Lay.
That's so good though.
No, but it was great. It was dope. It was dope. For her to actually say, when can we go to the next event, made me like, holy shit, you were paying attention. Because a lot of times she was on her tablet because she was trying to distract herself from the noise. Because they had the microphone that, like, when you heard the drop on the mat, you heard the drop on the mat to your asshole.
Man.
All right. That's how loud. Wow. And this place was a bit small, like on some real ass shit. All I kept thinking is, if somebody ever tries to do a top rope maneuver, and if they don't hit their head on the ceiling, I will be truly impressed. Because that's what I thought somebody was gonna. I thought somebody was gonna jump, hit their head, thunk, and then I was like, oh my god.
So Montez Ford couldn't wrestle her.
No. The minute he jumps, he's gonna be one with the ceiling. I shit you not. That's not even over exaggerating or anything. He will be one with the ceiling. All right. He's gonna be, if anything, he'll do his little splash from the second floor of the school all the way down. That's how high he jumps. That's how high these ceilings are. He'll jump to the second floor. He wouldn't make it. But everybody else at Battle Club Pro from last night, welcome to New York City, Women's Crush Wednesday. They made it. They killed it. The women stole the show.
Nice.
That's what we do.
Gigi knows how to put a match together. She's the booker.
Hey!
She knows how to put a match together.
That was a damn good match. Even Matt Awesome was there as well. And he was like, I'm going to stand next to you for your whole entire match. This is how we going to support you. I was like, word. And yo, I kid you, when they said this next contest is scheduled for 1 fall, it will be a tag team match sponsored by Gigi for the win. Me, Kenny, my daughter, everybody that was vlogging in that section, we started, hey, and everybody was like, hey, and I was like, word.
Nice. That's what's up.
I'm on Henny's wrestling vlog. Whenever he posts that up, you'll see me in there just talking shit, because this is what we do, baby. We go for the win, baby. This is what we do.
Oh.
That's it. You got to keep it real.
And that's it. And then I was like, okay, mom time. Let's watch the match. Let's do this. You good, right? You good. Thick and juicy. And it was great.
That's how we like them.
I love the fact that I sponsored a match with a tag team that's called Thick and Juicy. It's only fitting for my page to sponsor a tag team called Thick and Juicy. Team Dangerously, yeah, sure, great. Thick and Juicy is where the money is at, y'all. All right.
Oh yeah.
Saves lives.
Facts. Oh man.
Shit. It was great. And the best part is that they were indeed twerking on the side when their entrance and also in the ring. I was telling Matt, of course, this is going to happen.
Were they thick and
yes,
juicy?
Child of mine.
I'm gonna answer that show. I think they were thick and juicy.
I'm hungry. Hi. Listen, Mom. I don't care about this podcast. I want some cereal. I want some sugar.
Remember yesterday, Kenny?
No, Kenny wasn't. That's not Kenny, baby.
Here.
Not all black people look the same.
I'll be Kenny for now.
Kenny's not. Where's Kenny?
I'll be Kenny.
Kenny's at work.
You don't like us no more, Lay. She don't like us no more. We're getting replaced
yeah,
by
where's
Kenny.
Kenny?
It's just that you guys weren't the one that was driving us over
Get
there.
out the way.
Nah, I
Where's
get it. I
Kenny?
get
They
it.
think
weren't.
that you don't
You
like
weren't.
them anymore because they're not Kenny.
Hi,
So what are you gonna
princess.
say for that?
Sorry, you guys, folks.
You fool!
Damn, fool.
There we go.
Sorry,
Ready?
you folks.
Come here.
Sorry,
Ask
you
for that. We asked for
fool.
that one.
Come here.
Yeah, right?
All right. Tell them what was the best part of your night last night.
Well, I met girls and I give them high fives.
Nice.
Nice. Party time.
Mm-hmm.
And now talk to mommy what they were doing.
What they were
Sister, give me
doing?
my
What they were
tablet
shaking their
back.
booty? They were shaking their booty?
They were like,
What are you doing?
Juicy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you
Oh,
just
she
don't
killed
sit
John
here.
Cena. Yes. Yes.
She killed John Cena.
Yes,
She killed
Toad, she
John
did.
Cena.
Show. The last time this happened, Gigi got scared.
"Yeet, you folks."
No, there's no one entering my apartment today. I am confident in knowing that no one's gonna scare the shit out of me today. You know, that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, I'm good. I promise.
Got that extra bolt
I
on the
promise.
door.
Yo,
Somebody walked into
I'm
her
watching.
house.
Yeah.
No.
You didn't see the highlight reel that I made? Gigi got scared?
Nah,
Make
I
sure the
saw her
door's
get
locked,
scared.
buddy.
But wait, I saw
Yeah,
her get
so-
scared, but I didn't know if it was from somebody walking in her house.
So
The
my
video doesn't explain
bestie, it was staying with me for the week, and I gave her the keys, right? Because I'm not gonna answer the door every time she's like, nah. If you come through the crib, have your own set of keys. That way you come in, come out whenever you please.
Yeah.
And she did tell me she was coming to the crib. She was like, oh, I'm gonna take an Uber. That I was like, all right, cool. But I was so focused on the pod and then focused on this one over here that I completely forgot that she said she was coming through. And then next thing you know, all I see is like half a body standing at the door. And I just look up and I got shook.
Me too.
You didn't
You
get
brought out
shook.
the
Shut up.
revolver. Oh shit! You almost shot you, cuz.
And the best
You know
part
I'm
is
from Brooklyn.
at the moment I was like, I'm going to unmute this, and I had myself on mute for a moment because I was talking to her, and then I unmuted myself, and I was like, "You scared the shit out of me."
Ah! She did the home. See, now I understand the video because I remember the scary music and I remember you freaking out. But like I said, the video doesn't explain the story. It just explained that you.
Well, if you watch the podcast, maybe you would understand.
Oh
yeah.
I can't watch the podcast while I'm watching while I'm reading the Bible, man.
Show.
Fuck
You don't
the
read.
Bible.
So you read the Bible 24/7?
No, you know what?
No.
What about on your lunch break? On your lunch
class.
break, you read the Bible?
I was doing a class during the podcast, is what I meant.
Oh, I get that. But what about them other days, bro? There's more than one day of the week. There's 7 days of the week. You know the 7 days of the week, right, Riley? Okay, just making sure. She knows it. You should know it too. Sorry.
If you don't know, it's not my fault. It's
not your fault.
Your fault.
It's his fault. It is his fault.
You too busy out here looking like Seth Rollins to be
Yeah,
watching the
you
fucking
should have
podcast.
paid attention to class many, many years ago.
That's right.
Yeah, she
That's
knows
right.
better English than me.
Almost 50, 60 years ago.
That's right. BC. And they teach you. Now, when you go back and watch the clip, and it's literally maybe within an hour into the show, I want to say.
By the way, we're telling you by next year, I'm going to be taller than you, Toe.
Oh, now she knows who I
Yeah,
am,
right.
Now you know who I am.
Ma. Forget what
something?
you're saying,
No,
Ma.
Hold on. Look at me now. Look at you. Look at
Look.
me.
He's
Riley.
hold on.
You look at me.
This is not my. He's talking to you now. He's talking to you.
remember you.
You look at me, Riley. Okay, now you know who I am. Before I was Kenny, now I'm told because I'm short.
No. Let's get this right. She thought Show was Kenny.
Okay, all right.
Exactly. I'm the one that's tall. You not.
Yeah, how dark you thought Kenny was?
It's a hat.
Listen, it's the lighting, man.
They cut off the.
I'm like,
Gigi pulled the whole wire.
the Dan Hansen.
They jumped her.
Oh man. Because I'm short.
I'm trying to get there. Damn it, Blink. I wanted somebody to come in and go, did they all freeze?
Frozen. Oh shit.
She's there, but I'm gonna take off so she comes back. All right, so she probably resetting this stuff. Damn, man, I can't catch a break.
Nope.
But shit, but that's what's up. We definitely gotta promote a match. Kenny was saying something about August 20th.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm in. I got no problem with that.
Word.
Got no problem with that.
We've been saying we was gonna do that. Remember with Matt Awesome too, as well.
With who?
Matt Awesome.
There you go,
bro.
Yeah, I heard it first time.
We were supposed to.
I heard Matt Awesome.
I'm about to go. I hope he doesn't hear that.
Yeah, right.
Chocolate, that weird name on it.
I hate y'all.
And by the way, tell.
Love it. It's hilarious.
That was funny. Oh shit!
You started talking trash, and the whole thing just went. Hold on, you're killing me here, Smalls.
And by the way, I bet you want to get here, right?
Oh,
fatality. You gonna freeze on that?
Camel got intimidated.
Well, you're not.
Oh no!
Well, you know, one day your head's gonna fall out too, and I'm gonna laugh at you.
Every time she goes to tell you, so stop unplugging her shit.
I'm not doing nothing.
Every time she goes to tell you, you little. You press the button.
I'm not doing nothing.
You're the moderator. To flee.
Leave that little girl alone. She's bothering me. Kenny, she's bothering me, Kenny.
Kenny, every time she goes to deliver the message, so press this button. It's on purpose.
You fool! Oh man.
Oh shit, Kenny, we have it as proof, B. We got it on tape. So is treating this, keep freezing the little girl.
I'm not doing shit, Kenny. You the one that riled up.
It only happens when she's about to tell Tosa. She was talking the whole time to me, thinking I was Kenny and everything. As soon as she goes to tell, yo, talk, boom, 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 so just clink. Nah. Don't even try it.
Fight.
Oh,
you know what,
shit.
Kenny? Forget you, man. Forget you, Kenny. Talking all that shit.
Here we go. Oh shit! Now Toe muted her. Toe unmute her shit. You did it to me.
No.
You had the echo.
It was me.
Don't cover for him. Don't cover for that motherfucker.
Yo, Sean, let me ask you a question. How's it feel now that I muted your ass again? Yeah, I muted your ass again.
I was telling her.
Hello.
Why is it every
Hello?
time that you cut a promo, the internet starts messing? See, why unmute her?
I ain't doing shit.
It's Toby.
Nah, man.
Go ahead,
All right,
Princess.
Riley.
Give him your message.
Give him your message.
And Toad,
If
don't
the
press the
internet
button,
messes
Toad.
up again, listen. If the internet messes up again, then we know it's Steve's fault.
It's right.
That's Toad.
What the heck?
What?
The heck?
Yeah,
What the
you're
heck?
live.
Because
You're live.
you. That's the whole screen
You're
is on
live.
you.
You got the whole screen, baby.
You got the whole screen.
Come
The
on,
whole
little
You
Princess.
are
Tell
live.
him.
Go talk your smack. Talk
That's
your
right.
smack.
Mommy,
Give
let
your
me go.
promo. Say your promo.
Look me in the eyes.
Look in the camera and talk to him. No.
Go for it, little girl.
I
Go for
think
it.
you're thinking you're gonna be taller, but you're not. Too bad to say it. And you're not gonna grow no hair, and also you won't have nothing. You'll never be tall enough. You'll never do anything. And never have hair. And also, who's the guy that
Let me tell you. You'll never have
and Kenny agrees with me. So too bad to say. End the story.
That's it. Promo of the night.
Oh, man.
And this too. And
Riley.
She said you ain't got no teeth.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Watch, when you
That's
get
it.
older, you're gonna stub your toe and it's gonna hurt, and I'm gonna laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right
You're
on
gonna,
Ow.
you're gonna stub your toe when you get taller, and I'm gonna laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be laughing because
You know-
people don't stub their toes.
You know what, Riley? I can't wait till you start paying bills.
Yeah, right?
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just, I may not have any hair, Riley, but you still got a comb through yours. Don't that hurt? Like the little. Yeah.
So they're just talking so much smack, talking about how you have to brush through your hair.
That's right. You know it hurts.
But at
You know
least
it
you know
hurts.
you got hair. You got hair. He says it hurts when you brush your hair.
Oh, she hit you with the Undertaker, son.
Oh.
It's over. It's over.
you know what? If I were you right now, I'll have a wrestling fight with you and get a plastic thing and slam it on your head.
What?
Tell me you're gonna get big swole.
And I'm gonna get big swole, and then I'm gonna take something last and then slam it on you and get everything and slam it.
And tell me you're gonna get thick and juicy.
She has a hardcore match now.
Thick and juicy was the tag team girls.
And I'm gonna get thick and juicy on you.
Oh,
yeah?
Toad
Oh,
might
yeah?
like that.
Mom, you laughed right
Get
in my
Word, for
ear.
real?
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, that's
if-
not a bad deal.
I mean, that's all it took.
Well, if you want to, I mean,
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying,
She's not gonna fight it.
the punishment
Oh.
does fit the crime.
Could imagine Toe in the mood, in the hole. Ow, that hurts. So tired.
be like that girl that's going viral. Be like,
You know how to do that lion move where she does the split on the chest? Bloop. Can you
Oh,
do that to
the
me?
Nikita shit?
Nikita lion. Can you do that?
Word, you know what I'm saying? They do the same face, right?
Word.
Thick and juicy.
Well, I'm gonna get mad awesome on her. Because Mad
Mad
Awesome's
Awesome?
also losing some of his hair a little bit too. When he,
Stop it. Mad Awesome is going to do that heel turn on you and give you the chancleta.
nah,
He'll
man.
give her the chancleta.
Blood
You
is
remember Mad
thicker
Awesome
than
from
juice.
yesterday?
That would be a great scene. The chancleta.
You
on
give
thick and
you the
juicy.
chancleta.
Why he's gonna give me the chancleta?
Because you.
No, so Toe over here said that he's gonna get Matt Awesome, the guy with that chancleta, to tag team up with him to beat you up. But then I told him that Matt Awesome is gonna be on your side and do the heel turn. Heel turn is what? Heel is what? That. Who's the heels? The heels are the no
Bad guys.
bad guys. Thank you, Jesus. It took a while. Yeah, so we're gonna get Matt Awesome to do a heel turn, and he's gonna hit the chancleta on toe.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh, you tag team with me. Wait, get this.
Hold my tablet, son. Oh, he's going to the top rope. Here we go.
She want to get something.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on right now.
I'm not pressing
I'm just
shit.
trying to enjoy my day.
She's going to the top of the table. Here we go. Showtime.
Oh,
baby, you got a new champion.
Title.
Ring the bell.
I'm gonna hit your face with it. I'm gonna go like, take this.
Listen, Riley. Put your title up against mine, Riley. That's all I'm asking. Oh, you almost killed your promoter.
Yes. Don't kill the promoter.
You can't.
Don't kill
You
the
can't
promoter.
kill
Go
your
ahead.
Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah, you can't kill me.
Got the pose down.
Riley against the
I'm
soul.
gonna take that title and I'm gonna put it on my head and I'm gonna wear it as a wig.
And then he's gonna wear it on his head like a wig.
That's right.
He might need it. So he's gonna wear this strap. He's gonna use this strap as a ponytail.
That's right.
Because that's the
And I'm
longest
gonna
part
ball
of
it up. And I'm gonna ball it up on
Too
the top of my
bad
head
to
so I can look
say
taller.
it. No.
Listen.
So can I do the podcast now? Don't kill the promoter.
Right.
I'm the one that's booking you in the match. And I'm the one that's trying to sell the tickets for Riley. All right. Do we not want to sell the tickets for Riley?
On my tablet now.
Are you gonna watch a video? If you're gonna watch a video, you gotta go to the room. You can't watch a video in here. I'm doing a video. I'm doing live videos here. 1, 2. Pick up the blanket from the floor.
That's right.
We don't need that. All right.
They'll make you watch Miz matches.
She said, I'm done performing now. Can I have my tablet back?
Don't give it to anybody. If you give it to
I'm not gonna give it to anybody. There's only me and you in here. Go.
I'm gonna
Goodbye.
take it.
I love you. Have a good night.
That's my title now.
She reminds me of fucking Razor Ramon. Hold my chain. You better not lose my shit. Razor Ramon will get upset. Don't let nobody touch my shit.
What? You want something to eat? Like what?
Like something that I could chew on and it tastes delicious.
Word.
Like get up from your chair.
She's famished.
Forget your damn spot. Put something in my mouth that's
Yeah,
delicious.
I need something that I can put in there, chew on.
Pizza.
Maybe
Preferably
a drink.
rice.
The vicious was earlier. Now it's the delicious part.
Yeah, for real. She wants something thick and juicy to eat.
Word.
Like a hamburger. Yeah. Look at the lady's like, why do I even fucking come here?
Wait, why? Why do I even try? Why do I even try?
Shit. I'm Hero Week, ladies and gentlemen.
Might as well get started with the topic, bro.
Yeah, I mean, shit. What if that didn't happen tonight? We wouldn't have had a show.
Yes, sir.
What if toe tags was taller and had hair?
No.
But shit, all right. All right. Tonight's the what if. Tonight we ask the hard question. Tonight we give the hard answers. Tonight we rewrite history. Maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. But we answer everyone's questions. We answer everyone's thoughts. We ask the questions that people may not even ask before. We sit there and we rewrite the documentaries. We make Lay look at his watch going, holy shit, I've been here for 20 minutes and he's still telling us the fucking topic. But we also sit here and we go, all right, we're going to wait until Gigi comes back so that way she can hear the question so that way Show don't have to say it twice.
What?
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have a show or network. That's true. That's true. If I was taller, I would have been rich. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Double chair show.
What if Hogan loved black people? You know what? He'll be the exact same person. Nothing would have changed, motherfucker, because he personally came out to Comic-Con to take a picture with the tags. All right? I don't see Cena doing that shit. You don't see Cena doing that shit, do you, Show?
Nope. I do, because Kenny's darker than you.
Nope.
And he took a picture with Kenny.
No, that was a wax figure, all right? First off, if you're going to call Cena racist, fucking say it, and I'll back you up. But anyway. We're gonna get down to the nitty and the gritty. You're not gonna steal the fucking show from us, Kenny. You already had your little accomplice do that shit. You're not gonna steal the show from us because we're professionals in here. I don't get emotional, Kenny. Never once have I ever got emotional. These are fucking facts. It's not even passion. It's just straight out Bronx.
Never.
I go to sleep like this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I delivered myself. How fucking factual I am.
Correct.
I knew the protocols.
Damn. This man was his own doctor, son.
That's right. That's right.
I spanked myself.
That's right.
I'm alive, guys.
I walked out that motherfucker on some flexing. Flexing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, let me hear you cry, motherfucker. Let me hear you cry, bitch.
Straight to the waiting room. I'm a boy. Glad to meet you. What's up?
That's right.
But naked.
That's
Don't
right.
look at my shit.
That's right. Swinging that shit around, helicopter cock.
Ric Flair, motherfucker.
That's right. They call me toe tagged. But anyway, let's start with a recent topic. What's going on, Matt? Awesome. Yo, Matt,
Ooh,
your little accomplice over here, Gigi's little one. She got a big head now. All of a sudden, she wants to challenge me for the AEW title. She's talking about I'm never gonna grow my hair back, and I'm short, Matt. She wants to get vicious and delicious and thick and juicy on me, which I'm not, opposed of. You know what I'm saying? If you can make that happen, I mean, I'm the guy. But anyway, back to the promo, Matt. We need you. The tags, the toe tags need you to take care, and Chancleta, the little one that wants to talk so much about my luscious hair, because you knew me when my hair was luxurious. You knew me when my hair was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? You knew the toe before he was the tags. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And we need that Chancleta. We need the soul of the habichuelas and the chuletas and the umboquitos and the chiquitos to rise up one more again, Matt. That's what we need, Matt. Lay's like, yo, just get to the fucking point.
I was just doing the rock on some. Like he's talking, like Farouk is talking, he's on some.
Word. My man says, well, you think she's right? It's not about her being right. It's not about right or wrong. All right. It's about looking out to the moon and missing all the heavenly glory. Okay. I may not have hair, but I have a fucking fantastic head. I got a fantastic fucking head.
Bruce Lee quote in here. I didn't understand.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta be like water, Lay. I gotta be like water. You put water in a cup, it becomes a cup. You put water in hand sanitizer, it becomes hand sanitizer. You put water in Robitussin, shake it up, more tussin. Shit, we know this.
Question: if you let your hair grow, does it grow like Hulk Hogan's? Just around the side? Would it be long?
It grows like Paul Heyman's. GG versus Show SummerSlam. Show is the ref. I'm a GG versus Toe. That's it. I don't think Show. Can you count to 3?
My hair.
Yeah.
Why did you have to think about that?
Let me think.
He said,
y'all gonna be in trouble. It's gonna be 3.
Yo.
4. What's the? Oh,
you can't hear. Yo, Show. She can't hear her, Show.
What?
Can you hear?
Can you hear us? She left again. But all right. Yeah. All right. So no more distracting us, Show. Can you hear us now? JJ, can you hear us now?
Now I can.
All right, cool. There you go. Show's looking for you.
Oh,
so
okay.
Matt's gonna make it. Matt's gonna make it official. It's gonna be a 3-on-2 handicap match. It's gonna be me and Matt Awesome versus Thick and Juicy and the little one. And we're gonna handle this in the street. It's gonna be a street match. All right? And we're gonna have the power of the chancletas and the knuckleheads, and the mega powers are gonna combine again. Again, for the second time in history, the mega powers of the chancletas and the knuckleheads are gonna combine to create one mega pleta.
Oh my god.
The mega pleta.
The mega pleta.
That's it. That's it. Let's make it happen.
We're defending the title, baby.
That's it. Yo,
Wow.
this is why I need you, Matt. You can take the thick, I'll take the juicy.
Thick and juicy.
I take the thick and you take the juicy. You know what I'm saying? We in there like swimwear. You know what I'm saying?
Either or.
Either or. It don't matter to me. You feel me? Lay's on some. How can I get it? Lay's gonna be the manager. Lay's gonna be the manager, the consigliere up in this motherfucker. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Everybody get up in this. Everybody get up in this. But anyway, so now we gotta get back to
the topic at hand.
Yeah, the topic, the what ifs. The first thing I want to start with.
What if?
What if Chris Jericho never signed with AEW?
It wouldn't be as big as it is today.
That's an uphill battle for AEW without Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? That's the veteran presence that's well known to the U.S. audience.
Mm-hmm.
Both WCW and WWE, WWF and WWE, like all those three eras, everybody knows them.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all don't think Britt Baker and am I muted?
They're still
No, you're no.
Omega the Young Bucks is still playing, but it's just
Young Bucks. It would have to take the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega to really get over it. And we discussed about this. We discussed that, you know, as over Kenny Omega was in New Japan, in the US it doesn't hit the same. You know, the audience is different and it just doesn't hit the same. And it's not like they're not great wrestlers or anything like that. It's just they need, I can't believe I'm saying this, they need that sports entertainer guy who knows how to get the crowd going.
Mm-hmm. The familiar face.
Cody was good with that. Not for nothing. It would have been a really stronger uphill battle had Jericho never signed them and it was just Cody Rhodes. But I think it would have been a little bit more interesting. And I think Cody Rhodes taking himself out of the main event picture overall was a bad move. And he even said it was a bad move. I also believe him turning heel should have been a thing. But he didn't want it to make it a thing. He didn't want to be heel in AEW. And sometimes you just got to feed into the crowd. Right. You got to feed into what the crowd wants. The crowd is going to boo you. You're a bad guy. Sammy Guevara went from a baby face to the baby face of the Inner Circle to a total douchebag.
Yep.
All right. Overnight, all of a sudden, the crowd hates him. Why? Probably because we still are kind of remembering the fact that he proposed to Pam in the middle of the ring. And the next thing you know, a year later, he's with Ty Conti.
What?
And they're always out there fucking like shoving it in our faces.
Yeah, absolutely. But now it's going to be a little bit more annoying. Because think about it. Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti are technically in the spots where Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes would have been right now. Had they never left.
This is true.
They wouldn't have tagged him up together.
Yeah, because they started the gimmick with I don't know why I keep calling fucking Matt Landry, the MMA dude with Scorpio Sky, Dan Lambert, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah, Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and
I keep
Ethan
calling
Page.
him Paulie Dangerously in my head.
Okay, I'm
Paulie
like,
Dangerous.
So that's why, because in my head I feel like he's like trying to be a cheap version of. So that's why I just keep calling him in my head, and I'm like, yo, I cannot for the life of me remember this fucking guy's name. But they had that because Cody Rhodes' wife did that little gimmick like the week before they left. They did that shoot interview shit where she said Ethan Page was just hired because of somebody else.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a bitch, but I'm a big black bitch. Some type of shit. And the thing is that even the fact that Brandy was a face, right? She was a baby face. Her last promo that she cut, everybody in AEW was like, nah, bitch, you suck. We gotta sign with this guy. That's right. The crowd does control the narrative most of the time now. Absolutely. He was booed for being a face in AEW, but cheered in the WWE. Yes. And there's going to be a time where the crowd is that we're going to be tired of cheering for him. And then the heel turn is going to have to happen. But at least I believe with this heel turn in WWE, it would be easier for him to transition to because it's not his baby. AEW was his baby. You know what I'm saying? Or he felt like part of it was his baby. So he didn't want his baby to look at him in a different light. And he's not realizing his baby comes with a shit ton of crowd, a shit ton of fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's not like Cody can't put on a good match. It's just that he has to accept the fact that guess what? Not everybody's gonna fucking love you, dude.
Absolutely.
American dream.
Yep. Cody Luther King Jr., the man who ended racism in wrestling with that fucking promo.
Cody Luther King.
Jericho. Holy shit. Show.
Yes, sir.
What do you think would have happened if Jericho didn't sign with AEW?
I actually disagree with you guys. I think it would have reached exactly where it has now, because I don't think it reached the point it reached because of Jericho. Jericho helped it, but I don't remember Jericho having any memorable match that was like, oh, it was awesome. It was just his name. Everybody else was wrestling, like Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega carried the ball for a while, where he was walking around with 8 title belts, and I was like, who's that guy? He looks awesome. And he's still winning. And he's having great matches, like awesome moves, awesome everything. So him and I give Britt Baker a lot of credit for actually wrestling and carrying the. Yeah, some of these guys came in with their little names and got us interested to actually go and change the channel. But everybody else wrestling kept us there.
Yeah. So wait, you do realize that Chris Jericho was the first AEW champion, right?
First
do. But I mean, he never had I don't feel like he had a memorable match. Like, oh my God, did you see that Jericho match? That was awesome. Even the MJF, they were good, but it wasn't. Oh well, the pizza roller when they had the things of Jericho.
Was it Nick Gage or Cage?
Nick Gage. I remember it was the Towers of Jericho or something.
Yeah.
The MJF put him through.
The 5 trials of Jericho.
Yeah, trials of Jericho. Like that was cool when he had surprised us with Juventud and all that. There was a couple of cool moments, but it wasn't like Daniel Bryanson versus Omega. Like, oh my, have you seen him? Jericho? Like, you should. That was a great match. I haven't heard that in a while. Did I say
Brian Danielson?
No, Daniel Bryanson. I'm like,
Bryanson, Danielson, something like. I don't know. He switched it, and I can't get it right.
Okay. Brian Danielson.
Brian Danielson.
What?
Brian Danson.
I told you how to say it.
Brian Dance, the band's B Severance.
Man.
No wonder he got a pep in his step. He's the band's man.
Oh shit.
We get you.
Yeah. Talk show. Y'all know what I mean.
The Branson.
But maybe I didn't. You know, I'm a rookie, so maybe there was a match that I didn't watch.
All right. So when you first heard about AEW, you wasn't like, "Yo, Jericho's there. I gotta watch it."
That's what I said. He drawed me in to look at it, but he wasn't the one that kept me there.
So if Jericho would have never signed, would you have still been like, yo, I gotta go watch this AEW thing?
Eventually, if I would have seen Kenny Omega, which I probably would, I'm pretty sure they would advertise something with this guy and his 8 title belts and the way he wrestles. He wrestles great. Like I really enjoy his wrestling matches. He's not a Roman Reigns kind of guy where it's the same moves, same boring ass punch, and maybe a couple of power moves. It's like he's a wrestler. Like I'll do a Hurricane Karana and I'll bust your ass or something. I'll fucking get on the top rope with you. Like I don't imagine Roman ever doing something like that. So that, I guess, y'all disagree with me, but like I said, Jericho got my eyes on it.
No.
And then continue to.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, nobody disagree.
Well, the first thing I said was, it's going to be a bigger uphill battle. Like for myself, most likely, and Gigi's like, oh, we know the Young Bucks, we know Kenny. For a casual fan, you're going to be like, well, I remember Jericho. I've seen him in every promotion ever in life.
Yep.
So, you're like, I remember him in WCW on this same channel when I was younger. And now my kid gets to watch him. So, yeah. No, it would have been I think it would have been tougher for them without Jericho. Instead, it's just a veteran name, and it's a guy that everybody knows. It's easy. It's like when you watch a brand new TV show and you see somebody from another show, a new TV show, you're like, oh, I've seen him in another show. I like him. I'll watch it.
Yep.
I got a question for you, Lay.
Hold on, before you say that, I just want to read Matt's thing. He goes, when I heard Omega was there and my boys I was with, and to tell you the truth, I'm a Jericho guy, but it was really Omega and Cody that drew me to AEW.
You got the talent, too.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, but yeah, I get it. But I understand what Lay and Show's saying. It's almost like, all right, with Jericho, you have the casual fan of the WWE, so let's say you're going to start at like 1.2 million people just to debut at, because people want to see Jericho, they want to see this new thing. You don't have Jericho, you're probably at like 500,000 because you have the hardcore fans that want to see wrestling. So to attract those same people, you got to put on an even better match. Even though without Jericho there, they had such good matches that they could have competed with the WWE and eventually, had eyes come to them. Mm-hmm. But the initial set of eyes that Jericho bring helped them out a lot. So without him being there, they don't have those eyes. Because Matt, it's true. Kenny Omega signs with AEW for someone, for people like us. Yo, we're sold. For someone like Show, who is this guy? Someone like Show would need people like us to tell him that Kenny Omega is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And then have to show them that. But for like a casual fan of someone who knows every Monday I'm going to watch wrestling and I'm going to watch John Cena or Roman Reigns or Randy Orton do the same shit every day, for them to turn on AEW, it's got to be one of those, well, I like wrestling. This is wrestling. Let me put it on. But
So you've been saying that for years, so I agree with you now. Because you've been saying Penta, and I'm like, who the fuck is Penta, bro? You keep mentioning this Penta dude and Lucha Bros, and then one day I just took a glance and I was like, oh shit, this is Penta. I like it. But I don't know if I would have ever really noticed unless I would have gotten a clip of a commercial or something. I understand what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
The actual, just the name, like when Andre the Giant signed with the other league. I don't know who was it he signed with. I remember he came out with somebody else. It's just the name. I'm probably sure he wasn't even gonna wrestle. It's just bring your name over here so that people know your name. They're gonna want to turn in to see what you're gonna do over here. That's it. I don't remember what wrestling he went to, but I remember he switched over for like a day, and then Vince McMahon called him like, stop fucking around. I'm good, and signed him.
I don't remember that either. I heard it been like an AWA or some shit.
Yeah,
possibly. Yeah.
I know it wasn't WCW. There was no way.
No. It was definitely way in the younger days, but I think I know what show's talking about. Forget the organization, but McMahon, like, all right, that's ridiculous. Bring yourself. He was still He wasn't wearing a singlet back then. He was still pretty young at the front.
Yeah.
Try to play the game like I'm gonna sneak out on you if you don't sign me. My man Vince, you'll stop playing. Don't ever do that again. Here's your money.
Word. All right, so we got the gist of that one. Now I want to go from one signing to a didn't sign. What if Ronda Rousey never signed with the WWE?
You'd have better matches. I'm sorry, my bad. That was literally a reflex.
Yeah, it was reflex.
Reflex.
It was correct.
That sounded really fucked up, but it's true.
It was correct, but
you don't have that. You probably don't draw a bigger number in that WrestleMania, and that women's match doesn't seem bigger for WrestleMania, and a lot less people will get hurt. But as a business, you don't draw as many people in, because UFC fans are like, oh, she's doing this now? Like, especially fans of hers. I don't know why the fuck it would be that, but whatever. To each his own, right? That's the point. The point is, it's like that Jericho effect, in a sense, to AEW. Oh, we're going to get the casual, the MMA fans or people that just like Ronda Rousey. Maybe they just seen her in the Fast and the Furious movies. Like, oh, I like her. All of a sudden, she's doing this. Oh, I'll watch it, especially WrestleMania, because you only have to watch one night. You don't have to consistently follow her. She's having it's a pay-per-view. Good. I get to see her. I'm figuring for somebody like Ronda Rousey, you get 2 hours worth of her, and you're like, that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that WrestleMania, which still shouldn't have been a triple threat match, is not as big, and they definitely don't main event without her. They don't main event. Unfortunately, they don't main event without her.
That's true. Yeah. Joe, what you thinking?
I'm trying to figure out who Ronda Rousey reminds me of. Because I was going to say she's Goldberg, but she loses a lot, one. And two, I feel like Goldberg, when I say Goldberg can wrestle better than you, that's a fucking problem. Damn. I would much rather see Goldberg wrestle than Ronda Rousey. I can tell you that much. But she's like Goldberg. Like, she can't wrestle. So she would have to go in there and destroy you, I guess. But she's not really a destroyer because she really can't wrestle. She can't throw punches. She can't do shit. She can't whip, lash. There's nothing she could do. It's crazy. It's like, if only she could take 5 fucking minutes to sit down and study this craft. Sit down with Sasha one night, one Sunday. Yo, can you teach me how to do a body slam? And just do that fucking body slam every night. This is my only move. I'm gonna perfect this shit. And then just move to another move. There hasn't been one move that she's perfected. It's outrageous. Coming from a fucking professional fighter. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rant. I did the toe rant. Like, sis, you gotta have a little more rhythm to fake fight if you're a real fighter. I'm pretty sure Lay knows what I'm talking about. He fights. If they tell him, act like you punching me.
I completely agree. No, you're absolutely right. It's a talent to hold back a punch, but it's also a talent to throw one correctly. Yeah, I completely agree. No, you're voicing with Tony and myself are like, we completely agree with you. If you're gonna do something, do what Bad Bunny did or any other celebrity would do that has any respect for an athlete. You learn the craft. You respect the people that do it. You know what I mean? You don't then half-ass it. Train. That's what you do.
Yep.
You're doing pro wrestling. You're not doing judo throws all day. There's more to it than that. Can she judo throw the best of them? Of course, because that's what she knows. Can she throw a punch to save her life? We've seen it in the octagon, son. It don't work that way.
Nope.
You put it with somebody that can throw hands and feet, she eats them badly. You know what I'm saying? And in the ring is the same thing. Yo, if I'm gonna put you in the ring with Bailey, be as good as Bailey.
Please.
Or somewhere, or be put like this. I want to say this correctly. Make me believe that you compete with Bailey. Keep up with her. Now here it is. You have an athletic background, right? I'm assuming, even though she always looks awkward or whatever she does.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like this fake tough too, and that annoys me. She's like, oh yeah, you're not tough. Stop. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're gonna go in. There's a performance center. Here's the beautiful part, right? Bad Bunny spent like 2.5 months to 3 months there learning the craft, right? And this is an art. This is an artist. Clearly, Bad Bunny has no athleticism in his bones. You can tell the man is not an athlete. Apparently, Logan Paul does. I didn't watch the match because I could care less about that dude. I have no respect for him.
Oh, no, he did good.
Apparently, he's an athlete. But to have little athleticism or none, but at least you have respect for what you're doing and you go in and learn it, I can appreciate that. She clearly did not do that. And the funny thing is, Shayna Baszler is one of her best friends. And she's a professional wrestler. Yeah. I can see it in Shayna all day. She's with it. But not Rousey. You know what I'm saying? And it's her attitude. It's a problem. You know what I mean? That's her problem. I'm with you, Show. It's frustrating to see that. You sit there and go, no lie to you, during that match at WrestleMania, I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, sitting up, looking at the match, I just
fell asleep. It's lazy of her. Real lazy. It's like a money grab. Yep. It's like when Mike Tyson didn't train and got his ass beat. Like, yo, I'm not gonna train. I'm good. I'm gonna take this fight. I'm not gonna train. I'm just gonna show up. And fuck it. Fuck the fans. I don't care what y'all looking at. I just want my money. It's a cash grab. It sucks. Like, yo, you're gonna give me $2 million. I'm gonna train to look. Like I said, Bad Bunny did a Canadian destroyer. I'm not saying that I understand it's the other wrestler that does most of that move, but you have to get in the right position to do that. And I don't think this lady could do that now. And she's been there longer than him. One Canadian destroyer, and I'm going to do the rest. You just got to sit there, and I don't think she'll be able to do that. She'll break her fucking neck. No. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not doing that.
All right.
So, go ahead. My bad.
No. Show. Completely agree with you. And I've been saying this since she walked out of the entrance of the Royal Rumble. You guys heard my rant already. But Show, I want to know what your opinion is if she didn't sign with the WWE. What do you see happening with the WWE with her not signing? Because I'm going to help you out here. She was the catalyst for a lot of things in the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
So when she signed with the WWE, they got the all women's pay-per-view. Women started getting more time in the ring to wrestle. They actually got some kind of stories. They main event of WrestleMania because of her.
Mm-hmm.
When she left, all that was gone. But that's like she pushed the women's division in an upward trajectory. We got the man Becky Lynch out of it. You know, we got the man Becky Lynch out of it. You know
what?
We got
she had a match with Alexa Bliss.
She had a match. We got Nia Jackson break Becky Lynch's nose, and we got the man out of that. And they got to wrestle.
Yep.
So
more Becky Lynch. I got it.
So what? With that being said, what do you think would have happened? She didn't sign.
Honestly, everything would have been fine. But like Lay alluded to, her name attracts, whether we like it or not, her name attracts people. Same thing goes for Goldberg. We hate how he wrestles nowadays. Well, we always hated how he wrestles, but now that he's old, he's terrible. But just the name Goldberg, and it's a main event. Oh, it's WrestleMania. He has to be going for the title at 90 years old with a fucking cane and a walker. Goldberg, kumplinky, kumplinky, kumplinky. I'm going out there, baby. It's like, yo, just the name. That's all you need. And sometimes I understand. I mean, if my name, hopefully someday, just the name show enough, like money. I mean, I'll take it. Shit, I'll use it to the best of my ability. I don't fault her. Like I said, she could make a lot more money if she just invest in the craft. She could be Ken Shamrock. She could be Kurt Angle. She could be somebody that came from another entire sport that actually dominated here. Like, actually became nice. Like, you imagine if Ronda Rousey would become nice with her name? Like a nice wrestler, like Sasha Banks as a heel.
I'll tell you one thing. Before the triple threat WrestleMania match, which I'm going to tell you right now, I blame more on Charlotte than on Ronda.
What?
Ronda was going in that direction where it was she couldn't keep up with these girls, but she allowed them to lead, and they made her look good. The longer she's in the ring, because she was in the ring for a long time. You know, she was wrestling on Raw, she was wrestling on the pay-per-views. Pretty sure she had some dark matches on the house shows and all other stuff. She was getting her working. When she left, you can tell she came back for those couple matches. You can tell she wasn't in the ring until Saudi. And then after that, she wasn't in the ring until fucking Mania.
Bird.
Because it was she wasn't nowhere up there. Like, let's say she's on the ground level here when she first started. Now she's here when she's back. That's a problem. And we saw that. You know what I'm saying? But true, she ain't no Ken Shamrock, but she could have been decent.
Bro.
You know, if she never left and took it serious. But for your point, show that Bunny learned that in a couple months and put on a show. Logan Paul learned that in a couple months, put on a show. On the hindsight, Pat McAfee had years in the wrestling ring, and he did okay. He didn't wrestle like someone who's been training for years, but he did okay. And I'll give it to Austin Theory. He helped him out there. He helped him out. But that's your dance partner. There's two people in the ring. You both got to put on the show. It's not just one person. And I'll say it until y'all motherfuckers shoot me in the face. Charlotte Flair should have never been in that match with Ronda Rousey.
I agree.
She couldn't help Ronda Rousey at all.
I agree.
At all.
Like asking Edge to lead. Nah. My Charlotte is just like Edge. She's a great follower.
Oh yeah. Pat did good for what he did, Matt. Don't get me wrong. He did great. Is he a professional wrestler? No. He did better with Adam Cole in NXT than he did. But I'm just saying, Pat did aight. But it wasn't like no Johnny Knoxville or Wee Man, you know what I'm saying? Even though that was gimmick matches and they had shit to hide behind, but still, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but going off of the thing, I honestly think if Ronda Rousey didn't sign, the women would be where they are right now. Jokes. And in all honesty, I think Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks would have still probably either been the first women's WrestleMania main event or would have been the first women's marquee WrestleMania match because they're undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Flocka, Gigi's doing some mommy stuff, but like they're undeniable. You can't hold them down, especially if they would have stole the show no matter what position they're in the card of WrestleMania.
Absolutely.
But I don't think you don't get a Revolution pay-per-view with the women. You don't get that WrestleMania spot with them. You don't get the marquee talent with them. The problem was, like Matt said earlier, Sasha, Bayley, Becky, Alexa Bliss, all these women had the reins already. They didn't take that shine from Ronda and show it to these girls. Because the thing is this, when you have Mr. T come in at WrestleMania to team up with Hogan to take on Roddy Piper and Orton, you bring T in to show off Hogan and Piper. You didn't bring in T in to make T money and to get T's rating. No, you bring Mr. T in to show Hogan. Hogan walked around with Mr. T so that way the Hollywood crowd and everybody that's not in the WrestleMania knows who Hogan is. Ronda Rousey came in and they showed off Ronda Rousey. She's already famous. She's already got that following. Bring her in and show off Bayley. Bring her in, show off Charlotte. Or like Becky did her thing. Becky did her thing becoming the man, and she took She won the crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's why she won her freedom. But you can't do that. Like Sasha already was there. You had to hold these girls down to keep Ronda up. You can't. You have to use Ronda
to bring
to show
somebody
these
else.
girls off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this is why you have her, to sell your product. You cannot sell your product with Ronda. You have a limited edition potato chip. Lay has a limited edition potato chip.
What?
And you put it next to the original, the ruffle, the sour cream and onion, the barbecue. And that way when it's no longer there, like, oh well, let me get the barbecue. I like the Lay's. I like, let me get this, let me get that. You don't put it on the corner by itself. Like if this is the only chip you got. You know what I'm saying?
You enhance the rest of your chips.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I honestly think that was the greatest year for women's wrestling in the WWE, not outside of but in the WWE. But after that, nothing else happened. If it wasn't for Bayley in the pandemic era, the women would be right back to 2-minute matches and what we're doing now.
What if they would have brought her in as a bodyguard, like Shayna Baszler's bodyguard or somebody that enhanced somebody?
Yo, you bring her in for what she did, and it works. But you have to that ending of the WrestleMania match killed any momentum the women would have had because she kicked out. First off, the match was botch city, and then she kicked out, and you never capitalized on it. Because if you would have capitalized on it, where like SummerSlam, the rematch between Becky and Ronda, because Ronda kicked out, now you have people coming into your second WrestleMania of the year in SummerSlam. You know what I'm saying? You carry that wave with you, but you didn't. And it's like, oh, this is bullshit. This was, whatever. Now everybody that Ronda bring is gone. No one stayed. Because you didn't showcase your women. Do you know how many women's matches I would have had at that WrestleMania show? Oh, you have no idea. I would have had that triple threat match, and then I would have had Sasha versus Bayley, and then I would have had Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. I'd have had the tag team titles on the line. I would have had so many different women's matches at that fucking WrestleMania. It would have been unbelievable. That would have been the women's WrestleMania. Because one, you're getting everybody, all the little girls that are inspired by Ronda Rousey for what she did in MMA are watching now. Now they can be inspired by Alexa Bliss or Bayley or Sasha Banks or Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan or fucking Iconics because they were there at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many women that you can show in this fucking showcase of immortals that can grab the attention of the little girls and the teenagers and the guys and all these other shit to show inspiration to the next generation of viewers. And where there's women, there's men. You get women involved in this shit, the men are gonna come follow. And it's not very hard to attract men to wrestling. All those women that you could have showed to inspire the next generation, you would have catapulted the fucking company.
Funny, I'm just thinking about that. Night one could be just women. Should be just women.
Yeah.
You can have 2 nights. You can literally, your whole card is that. Same.
Damn. Fresh said you would have bored him to death.
Really?
He said, really, you would have had me sleep.
Sasha versus Bayley would have put you to sleep, Fresh? Alexa Bliss and Asuka would have put you to sleep, Fresh? You made Gigi leave because of that shit, what you just said right there. Women's wrestling in WWE is a gridlock. Some of them are, but not when you put the top of the top. Dude, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania was an awesome match. Bayley versus Sasha Banks in Hell in a Cell was an awesome match. Bayley versus Sasha Banks in anything was an awesome match.
This is true.
Sasha and Charlotte, the rivalry where they were training the titles, was awesome matches.
Shit.
They don't have enough. They have plenty of women. Fresh news. NXT has a whole division of women that can go up. Raquel Gonzalez can come up right now and face Rhea Ripley, or Rodriguez or whoever you want to fucking put. Alexa Bliss can come fucking back. Asuka can do shit. They had Io Shirai. Io Shirai is the fucking genius of the sky. They had fucking Kairi Sane at that time. You know what I'm saying? This is when Kairi Sane and Asuka were tag teams. They were the Kabuki Warriors. They had a plethora of women in this division that they could have showcased and showed women's wrestling, and it would have been a different style, and it would have been different storylines, and something completely different from the men's wrestling in WWE that would have made an entire new fucking set of fans that they could have capitalized on. But all they saw was Ronda Rousey. And I'm sorry to keep bringing this motherfucker up, but all they saw was John Cena, and all they're seeing right now is Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. And there's no one on the back end that's going to keep this fucking company, that's going to attract other people. One person cannot attract everyone, but a lot of people can attract most. If I was here by myself talking about wrestling, half of the people here would not be here. You would not be listening. Some people are here to see Show goof off. Some people are here to support Gigi because she's the female here. Some people are here for late seriousness and all the other shit. You connect with certain people on a show, and that's why you're here. You show the difference of the women's division and the men's division, and you show that they're just as good as each other, you get a whole new fucking set of fans.
Absolutely, yeah.
And also, that makes the men compete even harder because now they got to take their spot. They have to earn their spot. Double the fucking rest is half the fucking time. You got to earn this shit.
Who's the Chung Lee looking wrestler that I saw them promoting like I'm gonna say a couple of months ago, and then she just disappeared.
SmackDown.
Xia Li?
Yeah, Xia Li.
Which we haven't seen since. Fun times.
Yeah. Saw her for like a month straight.
Appreciate that, Matt. Yeah. Fresh news. No, they had to happen, but hopefully that shit's done. I don't want Brock and Roman no more.
Me neither.
Let's get Brock and Biggie or something. But
I want wrestling though. I don't feel like Brock. That's another one. I don't feel like he wrestles. It's just name. He used to wrestle. Now it's fucking suplex, punch, suplex.
I mentioned earlier today before you got here that Randy Orton could have been the greatest wrestler of all time. Brock Lesnar also.
I mean, you know what it is, man? It's like with Randy, right? Randy used to do like a top rope kind of like splash. Arn Anderson saw him in the back and goes, yo, leave that to the little guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure somebody told Brock, yo, your suplex is over.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, remember the WWE style is very limited.
Yeah.
They don't let you wrestle, they let you entertain.
That's suplex.
I think Roman Reigns does a Superman punch 8,000 times in a match.
Yeah.
People, first of all, let's remember, it's literally his shirt. Like his shirt.
Yeah, it's the Jordan logo.
It's a pretty safe move to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're not connecting. If you've done an MMA, first of all, not very effective in MMA. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
It's a flashy move, but it's a million ways you can get caught doing that shit for real. And then another thing is, like, he can do it and it's eye-catching. He's a big man off his feet. It's always eye-catching, especially when he's doing something that's athletic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Superman punch isn't really athletic. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It's really easy. You don't have to put much effort into it. Okay?
And
your feet are not on the ground, so the punch itself is not as effective. There's no kinetic energy coming back. It's bullshit. But like I said, Roman is 6'3", 265, right? That's a big guy coming off the ground. And that's always looks impressive for people, you know? Just like that movie does the drop kick, the drive-by on the apron, off his feet, he's doing the drop kick. Impressive. You know what I mean? But they have a very limited style. You know what I mean? If you look, Ricochet and Finn Balor are the perfect examples of limiting guys that can really move. I mean, see Ricochet literally flipped from inside the ring to outside the ring.
Just because.
Just to talk.
Just because he could do it. Just because he could do it. Literally landed on his feet. He was doing that thing with the dream when he had that thing with the dream.
What you was saying? Say that again. Flew. What's up?
Exactly.
Yo.
Matt goes, Randy is GOAT status to him. Matt, I understand that. I agree with you. But to me, when he stopped giving a shit, that took him out of GOAT status for me.
Yeah, because wrestling-wise, Here, everything was smooth. The drop kick, the slam, the way everything. But then the WWE happened. The entertainment value was like, oh, you don't have to really wrestle, and everything comes easy to Randy. You can see that, naturally. But then they cut a lot of the stuff he could have done more. They cut it out. It just became all RKO and punts.
That's a phenomenal move, though. I was watching it. He nobody could do it the way he does. The way he jumps in the air.
I think Randy's in his 40s now. Maybe mid 40s.
He's old.
42.
42. Oh, early 40s. Okay.
Yeah. He got height. He got ups, because he be jumping to your head.
I mean, he could still land a good drop kick once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His drop kick was nasty when he was younger. It was impressive.
Oh yeah, he had a beautiful drop kick. Him and Hardcore Holly could have went toe for toe with the fucking drop kicks.
Holly had a great drop kick, man. It was amazing.
And Finn is 42.
Yeah. A lot of the people wrestling now in 40s. But all right, so to keep up with the signings, what if Conor McGregor were to sign with the WWE? What do you think? Like,
that would have took you to another level for them. Because Conor's fans are both idiots, but also very loyal. Like, I mean, idiots. They don't know how to conduct themselves most of the time. I've met Conor fans. I've trained with them. Oh, dude, the fucking worst, bro. Fucking worst. But they are loyal. And wherever he goes, they go. Like, the only reason that shitty alcohol that he has is making money is because them dudes like, oh, this is the shit. This is Conor shit. Yeah, but it sucks. You know what I mean?
You don't like that whiskey?
That shit is trash. You know what I'm saying? No, Conor will definitely not sign for long term. You'll do on some Brock shit, like sporadic, but when he comes, you'll come with a legion of fans. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you right now, son. When Conor was fighting, honestly, I've seen way better fighters in other places, but it's just he had a big mouth. He knows how to promote himself. You know what I mean? It's kind of that Ali effect without so much of the skill. You know what I mean? He has a very big mouth, and he came in with a way with fighting in a sense of people didn't know how to, like, he would psych a lot of people out before they ever got in the cage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to do this on that red panty night. Unfortunately, is when he came up against guys that doesn't bother them or refuels them, like Khabib and Poirier, that shit went the other way. Or the first one really was Nate.
Nate Diaz.
Nate was like, whatever, man. I slapped the shit out of you. And he open hand slapped a man during a fight. Consistently. Like, yo, you a bitch, son. I know you a bitch. It's that 50 line, yo, I see the bitch in you.
Once he slapped Conor, I told my uncle, I said, it's over. Conor lost this.
Yeah. And then he knew two things about Conor. No cardio, no ground game.
Yep.
And he exposed it real quick. You know what I mean?
And the crazy shit is Conor went to the ground because they caught him.
Yeah. And the funny thing is Nate had come off 2 weeks of a fighting. 2 weeks of he was just out there drinking, doing tequila shots and shit. 2 weeks later, he's in the cage with Conor McGregor, handing him his ass. Everybody goes, oh, but he was gonna fight RDA, you know. Okay, but then now you're fighting a dude that 2 weeks from the date of the fight, your man was taking shots of tequila somewhere on a boat.
Yeah.
You should have been whooped his ass. That didn't happen. It's kind of like that Ronda Rousey effect. You know what I mean? You get exposed, and everybody knows now, oh, you can't throw hands. Oh, you have no cardio. Boom. But on the WWE side, he would have blew it up for them.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor at WrestleMania, wrestling anybody. Brock. Apparently he said some shit, and Brock was like, yo, he weighs what, 145? My right leg weighs 145.
Yeah.
Don't fuck
But you put that together, and the buys, the pay-per-view shit, you can make Conor McGregor shirt in WWE, it's over.
Yep.
Nobody's outselling that shit. I'm sorry.
Nah.
I don't care who you bring in. Jesus himself is going to go, damn, son, I'm the second. I'm number two. Because at the time of his highest popularity, he was that big. You couldn't get away from Conor.
And the crazy shit, yo, that was the best promo that Brock has ever did, and that was an interview. He basically said, unless Conor McGregor says this shit to my face, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about what he says. Yeah, he goes, if he has a problem with me, come to my face and fucking say it. Other than that, I don't give a shit what he says.
I don't think that was a promo. That he sounded serious as fuck.
Oh yeah, that was no.
I'm gonna knock your ass out.
That's yeah. You gotta understand, Brock does a lot of things, but Brock ain't cutting no promo when it comes to like to somebody that really scraps. You're like, my man, if you talking about being in that cage, come at me, son, because you know where to find me. You know who to contact to talk to me. I'm saying, so yeah, but no, Conor would have definitely made a payday. Everybody's red panty night in the back. Everybody's happy. They're getting a big payday.
Yeah.
It's sad now that even in the UFC it's like that because he hasn't won a match. He hasn't won a fight in God knows how long so far. So, yeah.
And apparently they're trying to get him a title shot. It's like,
I'm like,
great marketing, bro. This
like
man is awesome.
So you tell him that's disrespectful to everybody that's winning fights in their division.
It is, but it ain't my fault. I'm making my money. You want to give me the title shot? I'll take it.
It's the promotion's fault that they actually go with the great white hype all the time, even though he's lost considerably.
All the time.
Got dropped and then broke his leg.
We don't even know if he got anything left in him. We haven't seen anything in 3 to 4 matches. So I agree.
But anyway, that would have been definitely big. That would have been one of those things that they would have been on some like, yo. It would have been a spectacle to see. I'll tell you this much. I'm watching that. I want to watch that shit online because I'm not putting any money in Conor's pockets. He can eat all kinds of Irish dicks and proper 12s. Fuck that nigga.
He'll be a great heel though.
Of course, he's a heel now. He's
man.
a natural heel. When he was like being cool with Poirier, that shit was weird. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Your wife was in me DMs.
This is not good. Now, the thing is, when he has another great heel or somebody who doesn't give a fuck like Nate, it makes him look weak because Nate is about that life. Mm-hmm. You know anything about Nate Diaz or the Diaz brothers? They're about that life.
They are.
They don't fuck around. They'll scrap with you anywhere.
They're from the Bronx.
But from Compton.
Well, technically.
They are from Compton? I was going to ask.
They're from Stockton.
Oh, yeah.
And Stockton is one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. Stockton, California.
Yeah. That's one of those you can't really Bronx them. That's a yeah. All right.
Yeah, those dudes, there's two things. They can throw hands, they know jits, and their cardio's for days. They can fight for days.
Can't out.
They ain't gonna get tired. and they got fucking. It's hard to knock them out too. Both of these matches are crazy, man. But like I said, when you see someone just as good, that's what goes left.
Ratopa, is that you, Princess?
Hey, she's talking to me. She has to be talking to me.
Of course.
No.
Of course. That's
it's the suit. It's the shirt.
It's the pecs. It's the pecs, yeah. His chest is a completely different skin tone than his face.
Listen, is it because I don't get sun over here? I don't go out in the sun. I don't want the ladies to go crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't let those muscles touch the sun either, you know?
No. Oh, my God.
Show, what do you think? You know, how do you think the WWE would have been if Conor McGregor signs with him?
Ronda Rousey to the 3rd degree, bro. Ronda Rousey to the 3rd degree. Ronda Rousey can't give promos. She can't do shit. All she got her name. Conor McGregor. You imagine? Roman, your wife was in me DMs. You imagine with the mic? Oh, man. He would go crazy.
All right, so how do you use him? This is for both of you. How do you use Conor McGregor? Because in my head, instantly, I put him up with Imperium. It'd be like a voice for them.
For Imperium?
Yeah, I would introduce Imperium with him, and he's like, I got my boys with me, or Sheamus, but that's racist.
Yes, it's WWE. There's no racism there.
This is true.
You could put him with Sheamus right away. I could see that. Or you just get a bunch of guys that he could be leading a team, just like in MMA, like Dan Lambert is doing. You can be doing the same
Damn,
thing.
you took my fucking words right away. I used them just like that, Lambert.
You can just do the same thing. Him doing that, and like he'll interfere once in a while, finding somebody challenging him to a match, and then that's how you build up to it. Like I'm tired of you sticking your nose in my business, bro. We're gonna do this.
Who do you put him in a match with?
If you want to make it really, if you want to make it all European, it could be him versus like Drew, and that's the only thing that makes sense because Drew would be the face, of course, and him and Drew had like a Twitter interaction anyway. They tweeted to each other. And, that shit means the world now. You know what I'm saying? You can have that WrestleMania in Europe. They've been dying for WrestleMania in Europe.
For some reason. Well, not well. All right, bear with me.
What?
There's no reason I would put Drew over, but for some reason, I see him wrestling Finn Balor.
They both are Irish.
It's the fact I think Finn Balor would be able to take his, if he were to slip and do something a little hard, Finn Balor would be able to take it because of the hard style. But I think Finn Balor would make him look so good in the ring.
I agree.
Like I don't think Drew will make him look good.
Well, it depends on the way they do it because Drew can sell if he wants to. Depends if he wants to. And for whenever they bring somebody in, for a fact that they make that person look good. Like you said before, they don't do it the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, they would give him to Rey Mysterio because he needs a dance partner that's gonna dance around him. He doesn't know how to fight. He needs somebody that's gonna. Yeah, they feed everybody to Rey. Let him do a couple of Hurricane Karanas, do a couple of flips here, and it looks like he's doing a lot of work. But it's all Rey. I don't know if that makes sense. Catch me, I'm gonna do a couple of flips here. Catch me. Sometimes move, counter it. But most of the moves is gonna come from the other wrestler. I don't know if you agree.
No, I can see that.
The backflips.
You're gonna have to make the match short because this cardio is trash. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Like McGregor's self cardio, that shit is garbage. So it got to be a short match. If it goes 10 minutes, it's a lot of outside or interference.
But the story would be awesome. I think McGregor would be an awesome bully to Rey.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be a mega bully to Rey. Like look at the little guy. You know what I'm saying? And then Rey's the fucking greatest. He could put anybody over. So Gigi, I don't know if you heard the question. The question was,
I didn't hear shit.
What would happen if Conor McGregor signed with WWE?
Gigi?
I ain't got no fucking tear in my eye. I'm just about to lose my fucking mind with this child.
See it. You look like you had somebody in a headlock.
Yo, Matt, we got to do it now. Both of us. Let's go on.
I told that was like, you're pissing me off so much. I'm about to join Toe and beat you up. And she's like, no. I was like, yo, this little girl. I was like, yo, did you really think I will fucking do that to you? No. Why are you crying then? Why? We're at the stage. No, listen, this is what's going on. We're at that stage in her life where she is beyond needy. And it's like, I love you, but we gotta cut off that umbilical cord, kid. It's like, I love you to death, and I don't mind you joining me. But when I tell you, go to sleep, you better go to sleep. No, I can't go to sleep without you. Well, you better figure that shit out. And then she starts crying, I can't go to sleep without you. I don't fucking care. Child. I like it. Show, you know this. With the amount of kids that you got and stuff like that, there's always the girls. I always hear the story more about the girls than with the boys. The boys are like, mama's boys and everything like that, but the girls are like the most neediest ones. And I love my kid to death. I do anything for her. And I was like, it's getting up to the point where it's like, I want to do things that I like to do. And you want to join me. But then when it doesn't serve your need anymore, it's like, all right, I'm done. We got to go. It's not up to you. It's not up to you at all. Like, yeah, right. This bores me. We gotta go. I don't give a fuck. You better sit your ass down. What? Because I told you to sit your ass down? Sit your ass down. You want to give me, and there's always, and it goes back to, you know, our childhood and stuff like that, where we think about, you're gonna cry, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Straight Puerto Rican.
Yep.
And I'm
My
like,
mom always used to tell me that.
And I look at him like this, but why are you crying? Did I smack you? Did I hit you? I give you papao? Did I throw out your favorite toy in the world? Did I take away your Nintendo Switch? Did I just broke your new tablet that I bought for you today? Let me tell you something right now, kid. I buy you anything and everything that I can in this world to make you happy. You wanted to go see wrestlers? We went to an indie show to go see wrestlers. You want to give them high five? You went to give them high fives. The one thing she told me yesterday that I wanted to fucking sparta her fucking little beautiful ass was in this shit. I had to put her in her place real quick. She goes like this. No one's giving me high fives. I don't understand. You paid them.
What? Oh, wait a minute.
Excuse me? Come here. No. See, now we have fun and jokes. Nah, get your ass over here. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah. I don't want to hear none of this shit saying that I paid them to do. I didn't pay them for shit. I was like, I don't ever want to hear that come out of your mouth again. I was like, I didn't pay them for anything. They don't work for me. What I do is I support them. And sometimes supporting people means that I might have to give up some money. But that doesn't mean I pay them.
Yeah.
So they can entertain you. It don't work that way.
Yeah, they're not clowns.
I can't wait till you have your business. My mother pays you. Give me the fucking shirt. Gigi for the win. I need 300 for my school.
And then she not only said that once, she said that twice. She's like, but you paid them. I'm like,
you better not be rich.
Come here. Grab her by the like, I told you about this shit once. I'm not gonna fucking repeat myself twice. And I'm telling you really quietly in your ear. So you understand that I'm fucking around with you. Don't you cry. Don't you start nothing. We're not going home because Kenny's taking us. But I swear to everything that I love, I will shit and I'll get a fucking Uber right now. No. Let that be the last time that shit comes out of your mouth. I told you, I didn't fucking pay them. I support them. Why? Because I enjoy their work. I enjoy what they do. And I believe in supporting other people. Because when you support other people, they will support you back. I was like, this nonsense of you paying them and stuff like that, I never want to hear that shit coming out of your mouth again. Because the next time that shit comes out of your mouth, I'm going to pop you in your mouth. And then you're going to have something to cry about. And I'll do it in front of all these people.
Okay, mommy. Okay.
She just looked at me. She was like, I was like, don't start crying.
I won't.
Because this ain't the place for it.
Fuck you looking like, at? My mama pays you. Oh, shit, I forgot. Yeah. Damn.
Like, yo, that shit really pissed me off. I said, don't you ever say that shit. Don't you ever fucking... let me tell you right now, my friends, some of my friends who have seen me with my child can straight up tell you, yo, Gigi's daughter's like, looks like she just came out of boot camp. I'm gonna send my kids to you. Because I don't deal with that shit.
Every Spanish
She shouldn't. She knows she should know better. And I just had to have a long, wonderful conversation that spent the majority of this podcast about herself and what she be doing. I don't do that. Yes, you do. You definitely do that. You act like this, and this is how you make me feel. I don't do that, but you do. Here's a dose of reality for you, kid.
That's dope. You put it on Front Street. Let me tell you about yourself.
You got to, because if it ain't going to be you, it's going to be one of the little dickhead friends you're going to have to hear about. Nah, fuck that. It
That
comes
is
from
true.
the source. It
Yeah,
starts with you first as the parent. It don't come from any fucktwad, any fake aunties. All right. It don't come from fucking cousins. It don't come from shit. It comes from you first as the individual parent.
Riley gonna plug the
Because
shit.
it don't come from you, some wild ass shit. So we ain't doing that. We here to talk about wrestling. The what ifs.
That's right. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Podcast.
Wrestling.
This is a remix. This is the GG Toe Show. Not the toe in the show. Oh shit.
This
The
is why I
blunt is
smoke
lit.
so much fucking weed.
That's it. The
Yo,
blunt is lit.
first off, pro, you're talking to mean GG Oakland over here. All right. And when she got the mic, she can say whatever she wants because she's gonna get fucking thick and juicy on us. And god damn it, we're looking forward to that shit.
Thick and juicy.
Yeah,
Thick and
we're
juicy.
looking forward to some thick and juicy in here. You know what I'm saying? All right, but all right, so we finished. All right, Gigi, if you want to put in,
Y'all talking about McGregor.
yes, Conor McGregor. What would have happened if he signed with the WWE?
It would have been like a male version of Ronda Rousey.
To the third
Ain't
degree.
worth shit. He ain't worth shit. Not in the WWE ring. He can talk. This is the one thing I can actually appreciate about Conor McGregor is that he can actually talk shit on the mic, and he can deliver a great promo on the mic. Ronda can't do that shit if her life depended on it.
No,
I agree. Who would you put him with, Gigi?
That's a very good question.
Why you
That's
think?
a very good question.
I would put him to come out with Becky Lynch. Look who I got to train me since you beat me, Bianca. And then bring out Conor McGregor.
Why does Becky Lynch sound like Apollo Crews?
I don't know. That's just
trying
so
to do
weird.
an Irish accent. My bad.
But that's the thing. This is so WWE stereotype. WWE stereotype is going to put him with Becky Lynch because one, she did the promo for him, right? So we got to think about the promo she cut for him for his last match, the one where he got spaghetti legs all of a sudden.
Yep.
So I could see that. Another person that can see them possibly putting him with, because they never want to put these people in the main event cards, he would tag team up with Sheamus. Because he is one of the people. And then Sheamus would obviously try to go up against somebody who is in the championship range, per se. Or even a Hall of Famer. Let's just say Sheamus and Edge. Right?
Yeah.
Just for shits and gigs, because Edge always tries to put people over.
I would bring Sheamus to another level, I would think. Or Cesaro. You imagine him with Cesaro? Well,
Cesaro, hopefully in AEW.
I can imagine him wrestling Cesaro.
Yes.
I thought he was going to be the voice for Cesaro. But like the promo.
I think Cesaro would thrive against McGregor because Cesaro will be on some. First off, I ain't no bitch. I don't need no little midget talking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think McGregor could take that personality and pull it out of Cesaro. Because we all know Cesaro ain't gonna be afraid of McGregor. That's just the facts there. Cesaro's a tough motherfucker. He ain't gonna be afraid of McGregor. So I think he could pull it. He could pull that fucking personality out of Cesaro. But you said the same. You opened up your statement the same way that Show did. Show said he's a fucking Ronda Rousey.
It's better. I think he got more star power than Ronda Rousey. His name got a lot more. Bro, he made $1 million against Floyd Mayweather. Well, 200.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it was a couple $100 million against Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, his name got power, bro.
All right, so the next topic. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of Lay's favorite topics. What if WrestleMania was always 2 nights?
Right.
Damn, my man went to pee in a bottle. Fuck. You want to see Wrestle 2 nights of WrestleMania?
This is what I think. I piss on your
Fuck
WrestleMania
outta
2 nights.
I would miss a WrestleMania every here and there. I would miss WrestleManias. I can't, man. I can't. Especially if you're gonna fill it up with bullshit. Like if you do like you did 38, no, absolutely not. Because you literally came up with storylines and matches 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Can we take a hop at that? Like, how would you split it, Toe? Like, let's say WrestleMania 4 or like for 5 or like a classic one. What was the classic WrestleMania, and how would you split it into 2 nights?
10.
Lace at 10.
Well, you could split 10 into 2 nights because you literally had 2 WWE title matches. But like WrestleMania 3, you could have had Macho Man and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat main event night 1, and then Hogan and Andre main event night 2. WrestleMania 5 with Macho Man and Hogan. Shit, I'm trying to think of the co-main events there, because the one thing about the WWE is that they had enough perfect wrestlers to main event. You know, like WrestleMania 4 would have been also good for 2 nights because you had the tournament night 1, and then you could have had that title match night 2. You know, the culmination of the tournament night 2.
Cool.
WrestleMania 10 would have been good.
Yeah, I honestly would have. I would try to end both nights with a title match.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's tag team, IC, light heavyweight, and I'm sorry, women's, whatever. Just try to end it, but at least have one where the first night is all women, the next night is all men, and then you can switch it up the next one. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have the women main event it, you can do that. You can switch up the nights. You know, see how it works.
Yeah.
They've tried they've tried crazier shit. So why not this? You know what I mean?
2 nights would have been perfect for when they first did the brand split. And it was literally Raw pay-per-views and SmackDown pay-per-views, because then you could have had the Raw WrestleMania and the SmackDown WrestleMania.
Agreed.
And it would have been 2 completely separate WrestleManias.
Absolutely. That's logically the best way to do it. Not when your roster is thin as fuck. And your storylines are thinner than that. You're olive oil out here. You're fucking anorexic at this point.
Yo, for real.
Was the storyline more anorexic now or before?
Now, my man, Omos and Bobby Lashley was done the week before or the same week?
The same week.
That week.
Monday.
That Monday they had that. They came up with that match.
So it's the build.
They had Bobby Lashley come back earlier to have that match with him, that storyline. And then the storyline started after WrestleMania. See, WrestleMania is always the end of storylines, and the beginning of new ones. Literally, is the next is Monday night. New rivalry start. This should just keep shit going.
Yep. Because WrestleMania was supposed to introduce the new guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was supposed to bring you to the new guy, like the Ultimate Warrior, or Shawn Michaels, or Diesel, or fucking The Undertaker, or, you know, Kurt Angle, or Benoit. You know, it was supposed to be the next guy taking up the mantle.
There is no next guy. It's
No,
Roman Reigns.
And to answer Pro's question, listen, I'm not going to assume he sucks in the ring. I just said that he has horrible cardio. It's been proven in the octagon plenty of times. I'm not saying, I know he's an athlete and he can go. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, but he can't go for long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not even me being like, you know, not like McGregor. That's legitimately the truth. His cardio is horrendous, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. He could probably do a lot of the stuff and get over, but, you know.
All right, so we only got a couple minutes left, so we're gonna fast track these things. First thoughts that come to your head. All right, we're gonna go straight out. What if AEW didn't sign all the release wrestlers from WWE?
you would build a lot more of your pillows better.
Do you think the AEW
Darby
would have been
Allin
better?
would have probably would have got a shot at the world championship or been world champ at this point.
You think AEW would have been a better competition for WWE?
Absolutely correct. I think they would have stuck more to the indie style kind of thing going.
Yeah.
That they had going on before. Yeah, I think it would have been, yeah.
I think they would have been better, but their core wrestlers would have been more showcased. But the groups that are coming over from WWE are attracting eyes towards this company. I don't know if you disagree with that, because when I hear "Hey Baby," well, the "Hey Baby," no,
Adam Cole,
baby.
I know, yeah.
I want to see, like, I wanted to see him walk out in AEW, so I tuned in for that. I tuned in for certain. You tuned in for Keith Lee. Oh, yeah. Keith Lee, especially people that have like this. People that are upset that they weren't used the proper way. Let's see how they use them over here. So it took good and a bad.
Okay, I see you. They would have stuck to their core beliefs of what they built up on.
Correct.
But they would have lost the eyes for multiple different types of events. I get you. All right. What if Roman Reigns never changed his gimmick and he would have stayed the same?
That would have been a tough sell, man. I don't see the face blue-eyed guy succeeding. I mean, he would have got a little more sympathy because of the coming back from the thing, the diagnosis. Yeah, but I don't see it going that far. Like, that can only last but so long.
Hey,
I think they would have lost one of the flag, either Raw or SmackDown. One of the shows would have went down, bro. It's going down now, and he's saving one of them. Now they put him to save both. And if he wasn't Roman Reigns, and AEW was like attacking as they were going down, it would have been like Woolworth. It would, out of business.
I feel you. They'd have had to bring John Cena back.
Yeah, again.
All right. So what if WCW bought WWE?
Wow, that's a spectacle and a half. I honestly believe it would have, if you would have kept that Attitude Era the way it was, and then have the NWO come in, that would have been interesting. NWO versus DX, simply because we at that point already knew about the two sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that would have honestly been probably one of the most fun things to see. And then you would have got Austin versus Goldberg. See how much fun that would have been. Unless WCW decides to bury those talents. You're smart. You do the opposite of WWE, the invasion.
Yeah.
And you utilize the stars. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting.
You think they would have handled it better?
I think Eric Bischoff had a more of a mindset for opening up stuff like that. You know, Vince was about death, like fucking WCW. Bischoff was like, you know what? I can make some more money off these guys. It wasn't such personal to Bischoff, I believe.
Yeah, he would have had his Triple H.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So Gigi, the question is, what if WCW bought WWE?
Oh.
What?
We can see the cruiserweight division basically being probably the best division that has ever touched this God's green earth. We would have been able to, I don't know. See, so you want to know what's crazy? I believe that even if WCW were to purchase WWE, the women's division would have been the same. Or if not, exactly. Or if anything, not that. Because, you know, after a while, everybody was just getting, you know, crazy. DX, all that other stuff and everything like that. But I think we would have been able to get our Undertaker versus Sting at a good timely fashion. That match would have happened for sure. We would have gotten Goldberg and Undertaker at an earlier time, which still would have been a hell of a better match than what the fuck we got at Saudi. where would the faces of Foley fall in? Well, we got Do Love and Cactus Jack. I don't think they will ever been. They might have been a Do Love, but I don't think it would have been as successful.
You think Mick Foley
in
would have re-signed
WCW.
with WCW after what they did to him?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. Especially if there was only one organization to work then, and it would be WCW. Well, bygones will be bygones. That's Ted Turner money.
You guys are more optimistic than I am.
What you think, Show?
I think if WCW buys WWE, there would have been no wrestling. WCW would have ran the whole wrestling to the ground. Because, first of all, Hulk Hogan has creative control. So I don't give a shit who's coming from Stone Cold, Rock. I don't give a shit. They're not beating me. I'm not putting them over. And I'm going to continue to put NWO over. I don't give a shit who the fuck you bring in. You could bring DX. You could bring his cousin. I got creative
But that
control.
would have been a great feud. That would have been a great feud to also have DX versus NWO. The stories, though, because the thing is that if they're willing, and think about it, how big DX was, is either DX or NWO. All right, people, all of us, we put ourselves in both categories because they were both fucking awesome overall, and any other fan would too. But if they actually had that feud in WCW, the story wouldn't probably be as gritty as it would have been in WWE. Yeah. That's for sure. But we would have had that, and what they would essentially do is probably add members now from the NWO joining D Generation X.
And show, not for nothing. As much as people want to say Hogan had creative control, he also wasn't a fucking complete idiot. He put over Goldberg. He put over Sting. He put over Hart. You know, like he put over the people that he can see. Like, all right, if I lose to them, this makes sense. Me losing to Jeff Jarrett makes no sense whatsoever. Because Jeff Jarrett was not a person that can carry WCW. No matter how much Vince Russo wanted it to happen.
Bro, look what
he put over Roddy. He put over Roddy Piper. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, Roddy Piper was already injured with his hip replacement, and I think he was battling. Was he going through his cancer, or he just survived his cancer or something like that? He wasn't in nowhere near anywhere shape to take over WCW. He put over Roddy Piper.
You think Stone Cold would have been Stone Cold in WCW? You think he would have allowed him?
He would.
First off, if they bought WWE at that time and that was Stone Cold was who he was, yes. He would have been. They would have never got paid more than him, but he would have did business because he was like, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's making everybody money. Remember, the first rule in wrestling is make your money, and
especially buying such a large, especially buying such a large company like WWE.
Yeah,
you know. At the end of the day, it felt like who had more money. Was it Vince or was it Ted?
Ted did.
You know?
Bro. But I don't know what happened.
So Vince McMahon decided to spend more at that moment in time.
Yeah, and plus AOL bought over Ted Turner, and they didn't want no part of wrestling anyway.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so, good.
I was going to say, so how did they fuck up Bret Hart? Because Bret Hart was a star. He just finished fighting.
It was the
Bret Hart was the right guy at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And by that is because, granted, they should have just ran the whole ball with it. With him running WCW. WCW could have survived probably a little bit longer had they gave Bret Hart the right tools for it. You know, and by that, it's opponent storylines, the whole jigsaw puzzle. Okay.
Also, it wasn't Hogan who did that show. To be honest with you, like, all right, the original plans for Bret Hart was him to come in immediately after the Montreal Screwjob for him to talk shit about WWE. That way they get eyes on him. Bret Hart was like, I'm not gonna do that because he knows about the business. You're never gonna reveal the business or talk bad about the business. You wanted to come fresh. They put him in as an enforcer with Sting and Hogan. That was a botch job and a half. And then after he did that, he became like the United States champion and the TV champion because they wanted him for Thunder, which was their SmackDown show. His whole purpose in WCW, he went there for the money because he had no choice after they screwed him. But WCW misused him because they wanted him to be the guy for Thunder for their other show, but they never capitalized on the fact that we have the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. We had the guy that took over for Hogan in WWF. We never had the Hogan Bret Hart match. You know what I'm saying? We have Bret Hart and Sting now. Like, these are dream matches you could have built up to, but they said, no, we're gonna put him in Thunder. And we're gonna have him have his own show that he's gonna build up, and he's gonna do that. People did not watch WCW for Bret Hart to be on Thunder. They watched WCW for Bret Hart to wrestle Hogan, Sting, Macho Man, all these people that he could have wrestled in WWE that he never got to wrestle. Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. These are matches that everybody was like, yo, WCW is a place where wrestlers go, and Bret Hart's one of the best wrestlers. Now we got him.
Damn.
And they never capitalized on that. It wasn't Hogan
against Benoit.
Yo, a lot of the stuff that you hear about Hogan, you cannot. It's not always Hogan. And granted, a lot of the beef I got with Cena is not always Cena, but it's not always Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Not just me defending Hogan, but that's just the way it was with Bret. Hogan only had creative control over his character. He didn't have creative control over anybody else's character.
That's a lot though.
It is,
especially when you champion. I'm not losing this title to you. That's a lot.
But if Austin would have had it, he would have never walked out of the WWE.
True.
All right, so the next one. What if the NWO actually worked in the WWE? Like they took it serious.
Okay. That's hard to see, especially how
that's hard. Yeah.
Failed. Is how
Word.
bad that shit failed.
You can't unsee that.
So
what it would work? What does that look like? What does that look like?
He originally came to like infect the WWE and to kill it. So the NWO would have been successful, beat The Rock, and
who would have been the WWE guy that would be the Hogan at that time? Was it Cena? No.
It would have been Austin, The Rock,
been
Triple H. It was like that was then. Cena wasn't there anymore.
See, the thing with NWO
that would have been somebody like The Rock.
Yeah.
It had to be The Rock.
The Rock would have to sell it.
Yeah. It's a Rock or some Undertaker.
Undertaker against the NWO.
I would say Undertaker. And you want to know why? Because Undertaker was... Yeah. Undertaker would have been the Hogan. Because Undertaker's always like the American badass. You're not going to come into my yard. This is my territory. Nah, NWO. I seen what you guys do. It's not impressive. You know? And then Undertaker comes out, like they'll end up, ganging up on somebody that is hot. Right? Hot besides this guy. You have your Mankind. No, you can put, let's just say you put Mick Foley, right? We can get Cactus Jack in there since we want to be gritty. Put Stone Cold, put The Rock. Right? The only real respect, like The Rock will go up against anybody, Stone Cold, like maybe look Taker up and down before attacking. It would be Foley, but all the wonderful Mankind matches that we have there's no love lost at that point in time. So it would have to be Taker possibly saving Stone Cold, which would have been most epic than The Rock, because The Rock can always sell too, but I don't know. The Rock you can either go bad with The Rock or really good. I think if you hit home, if you want to hit home, you hit Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Stone Cold.
And not for nothing, for the NW to really work, they would have had to come during the invasion.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just Hogan, Nash, and Hall. I'm talking about Hogan, Nash, Steiner, Buff, or Norton, Conan,
We're
fucking
running
Lex
10 deep.
Luger,
We're gonna
Sting.
run 10 deep. Yep.
Like you thought WCW's coming? It's the NWO, baby. We beat your ass. WCW ain't beat you. We beat you. You know what I'm saying?
NWO would have been the original NXT.
Yeah.
GG, you imagine a Taker heel turn joining the NWO when he was like the dead man, like really nothing. You didn't see him talk or nothing. He just turns and
You
starts
don't remember?
talking.
You don't remember the segment that he has Stephanie on the fucking cross? Like, yes, I wouldn't put it past that nigga.
Word. But him turning his back on the WWE, that would have been Hogan level.
Yeah,
that would have been Hogan level. And the only
crazy.
person to sell it would be Undertaker. It would be the Undertaker at that point in time.
And I don't know.
You can't believe you can't really believe that Kurt Angle's the fucking big leader and all that shit. No, everybody knew about wrestling court and knew that he was pretty much the head honcho at that point. At one point, if anything, they always looked to Taker. So it would be Taker to have that Hogan moment to be like, oh shit, the Undertaker, get the fuck out of here.
I'm tired of playing dead. I'm tired of sleeping in caskets. It's time for me to take over. Tired of the shit. You imagine him really talking?
I mean,
Hogan.
I'm imagining fucking Paul Heyman in the NWO with the ECW coming, the ECW, him and NWO. Like, fuck it, I'm here too.
Damn.
Shit.
The voice of fucking NWO. That would be
Paul
crazy.
Heyman, guys.
Word. All right, so we got two more. The next one is, what if the WWE sells to Disney?
It's gonna turn to real sports entertainment, bro.
Oh man, they're gonna butcher that fucking library more, and it's terrible because it's already fucking butchers.
Can they do worse than Vince McMahon? I mean, you're already paying people that don't know about wrestling.
They can. It's called the Prince of Saudi. Yeah,
It's gonna make the PG era look like the Attitude Era.
Well, here's my thing, because I'm a little optimistic with this, because they're doing well with they did okay with Star Wars with their animated shit, but they're doing well with the Marvel Cinematic Universe because they put someone in charge. Disney goes, you're gonna be in charge of the WWE, make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And if they put the right person in charge, if they said, Trip, H, you're in charge of WWE, day-to-day operation, we're just gonna, pay you whatever the fucking case may be. Boom. The only thing H would have to worry about is a wrestler beating his wife or saying something off color on social media. That's immediately getting fired, because we all know how Disney works. They fired the director for some shit that he said 20 years ago. Remember Batista was protecting him for that during the Guardians of the Galaxy shit?
That's right.
That's it. But I honestly think Disney would have been on some, who can we have run this? How we gonna make money? You make us money with this.
Smart.
And just in my opinion, like, I'm not gonna say that they're gonna not be kiddish because they are Disney Channel. But if they were to go, Trip, H, run this shit, there's a possibility we get old school wrestling back. And it's not as sports entertainment as it is now.
So my whole thing is that all the Disney shows are going to be all over it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're fucking
Buzz Lightyear's going to wrestle fucking
HD shows that they have. Because my little cousin loves them shits, and man here. It's like all over them. Like, they're going to be in matches all over WrestleMania, up wrestlers' asses. And that's going to be weird, man. That's going to be a really weird time. You know what I mean? Remember that time I was talking about there was Ruthless Aggression, PG era, kind of like in the middle of that?
Yeah.
That weird transition time? It's going to be like that until they figure this shit out. It's going to be real. And then
it's like,
for AEW, that's when AEW goes, Either it's all or nothing, son. Either we do it, we go in now, or we do nothing at all. Because you have to catch people at the weakest, and that's going to be WWE's weakest. Is that transition from whoever's the person in charge, from Vince to that person. It's going to be that weird flow of we don't know what the fuck's going on. So it's going to be hard to do that. You know what I mean?
I agree with Toe. Like, why would I buy a company to let it dissolve? I'm gonna buy the company. I'm gonna pay the smartest wrestling people.
You could just absorb its assets, the time slots it has on USA, its library. You know, a lot of people buy stuff. Look. When Disney bought Fox's catalog, I believe, their movies and stuff like that, and then the rights to their comic book characters like the X-Men that they have, they literally bought certain catalogs like Action and stuff like that. Now Disney has that, and they can put it on their streaming service, which is now gaining more momentum, just like HBO Max, and Netflix is losing. So you see what I'm saying? You buy stuff sometimes, like the WWE wanted to buy ROH's library. They didn't want to buy ROH, just like their content, because they have a bunch of the wrestlers to show more highlights in video packages. Ooh. You don't necessarily have to buy a company for the product itself at the moment. You can just buy it for the history or the content that they have.
You just gave me an idea, bro.
I want to name a character something, but the WWE has the name of a character. Yeah. And you're like, oh, there's a bunch of names we could use. You know what I mean?
John Cena, the bunny rabbit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be good, but you can use the names.
Lay, you gave me an idea. I buy the company and I fucking take it away from the cock and stream it through my Disney Plus. Fuck out of here.
That's another thing. You can put it, and that's clearly a better streaming service because Peacock's ass. I was just trying to watch Miami Vice on it the other day, and that shit froze. I was like, fuck this. Why are you freezing?
It's trash.
Yeah, the cock sucks.
Yeah. I don't got to pay them. Well, I think WWE makes money off the cock. I forgot.
No,
so I don't know if
Oh, for sure.
They made a shitload of money off the cock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Disney don't need that money. I'm gonna fucking distribute this shit myself.
They don't need it, but they want it. Yo, all right. So the last but not least, I think this is the weirdest question, but what if Kofi never lost to Brock Lesnar?
What?
Oh man, what a joyous moment that would have been. That would have been an upset. So those Brock fans like, wait, what? Kofi had all people? Yeah, guess what? David versus Goliath. Sometimes that shit happens. He's quick. He's agile. Just, I think even if he would have lost, even if Kofi would have lost, because, it's Brock Lesnar, give us a fucking match. I think we would have just appreciated that, period. We see what's written on the wall, okay? But we would appreciate it if we actually had a fucking match. All this build-up, all this... First, sometimes, I don't even think there was a build-up. I think it was just instantly like that, right?
Yep.
But even a match for the build-up, like, I don't know, Randy Orton and The Fiend, WrestleMania, it was just all this build-up and then bye.
Yeah.
Next match. Like, it's not fair to the fans.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it would have been good. And you know what you do after that? After that Thursday, we don't see Brock again. Don't follow this up. Don't Roman us. Just let it go. He beat the Beast. The Beast went away like he does. And then give him another storyline. And then down the line, like Biggie or Xavier become the number one contenders, like, hey, bro. But like this, at least one of us is gonna be the champ, bro. You know what I mean? And you either have a heel turn or you have two faces facing each other and it being love, no matter who wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kofi goes, if I'm gonna lose to somebody, I'm gonna lose it to a brother. You know?
No word.
Yeah. But just don't bring Brock back. Have another champion face Brock. Preferably one that's non-African American. Because apparently he's like Sonya Deville, who just like picking on the black folks.
Yeah, especially when they got titles.
You people are wondering out there what I'm talking about. Naomi Belair. If you don't see it, you don't see that K popping up.
That one's not so silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that. Just bring whoever else, somebody, and bring them title contenders that are serious. And all due respect to Dolph Ziggler, no.
Word.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, yes. Dolph Ziggler, no.
He could have been.
He could have
been, but they
years ago
fucked him up. Yeah.
You build up Ziggler, right? He could be a title contender at any point. No matter
It should have been me.
Yeah,
That was the worst fucking promo I've ever heard in my life.
Shit.
And the funny thing is, Ziggler's one of those guys that can do it all.
Yeah.
Ziggler can cut a promo. Ziggler can wrestle. Ziggler can sell. Ziggler can tell a story without saying a word.
Yep.
If you see the thing in NXT with him and Braun, you can tell he took Braun Breaker by his hand and said, "Come here. I'm going to lead you down this and make you look amazing. Because this is what I do. Even when you lose, you're going to look great."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Show, what do you think? Kofi Kingston never loses to Brock Lesnar in that WWE Fox debut.
If Kofi would have beat Brock Lesnar, that would have been on a Yes Movement level, I think. Like when Daniel won the title from both, wasn't it Triple H and Stone Cold?
Batista.
Yeah, it would have been on that level.
Well, it was Batista and Orton, but he beat Triple H early in the night, and then he beat Batista and Orton in the triple threat match.
Yeah, it would have been on that level. It would have been amazing. I had something I wanted to say, and I'm trying to remember as I speak, but Kofi, the question is, there you go, I remember now. What I didn't like is they did the same thing to Bianca Belair. They ruined her shit. They slammed her in 7 seconds. But in her case, I feel like we're gonna slap the shit out of you, but later on we're gonna bring you back and we're gonna put you on top and we're gonna celebrate you as the champion that you are. Because I feel like they gave her win back this WrestleMania. They let her beat Becky.
Oh, for
they
sure.
let her cut her hair. They let her get her shit back.
That was her redemption. Redemption, and she won.
I don't feel like Kofi ever got that. Like, if you're gonna step on me, where's the redemption? He went downhill from that. Ever since that, it sucks. It would have been dope if they would have stepped on him and then at the end give him his redemption when he won and beat Brock at a main event type of show. But
absolutely, it's funny that Kofi Mania was so organic and so quick. And then the great part is it involved all of the New Day. I told myself we're talking about it when the Usos said, "Nah, man, you riding for your brother, for your Us. We're good, man. We forfeit." Yep. That's everybody on SmackDown brand. Everybody's part of it in a little way. So it affects all the storylines, and that's long-term booking. Kind of like the Daniel thing too is awesome. When the Shield was helping them, they were like, "Wait, what?" It was like, "Yo, we get it. This is injustice. What you guys are doing to this guy is injustice." Same deal. You know what I mean? But that's asking for a lot from a company that they changed the literal Monday Night Raw the moment Vince arrives. Writers go, "Yo, we got great storylines." Fuck that. Okay. All right, Bobby Lashley. Let's bring him up, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna have a we're gonna have an arm wrestling match with him and Omos.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the match we've all been waiting for.
That's funny because it's funny that I've read this before. Vince loves those shit for some reason.
Hey,
Vince loves arm wrestling matches. Like
Triple H and Steiner had one.
Yeah, exactly. He just for some reason he has a thing for it. I'm like, yo, have you seen Over the Top one too many times?
Yo, I swear to God, they should have matches back to back. The shit they did with Corbin and that other fucking dude with Bull something in NXT where the dude where like Omos would have a match, win in 20 seconds, and then Bobby would come out and beat the shit out of his opponent in 19 seconds. Like that should be how you would define who's more dominant. Yeah. You know, like show your dominance. Arm wrestling, I don't give a shit about arm wrestling match. For that, put the divas out in thongs. You wanted, I don't know what the fuck you want us to do.
Puppy!
Yeah, no, but it doesn't make any fucking sense because who the fuck wants to watch a sports entertainment show and think that arm wrestling knowing the size difference from one person to another. Granted, I give props obviously to Bobby Lashley. He's strong as fuck. But this is a really tall, big nigga. Like, genetically, he's that fucking tall and big. Nah. He's a big dude and he can wrestle. But what other big dude can he wrestle with? Oh, we're just going to put him with 3, 4, 5 niggas, jobbers again. So you know what? Let me see jobbers. Let me see jobbers get the ass beat in a certain amount of time. You know, if you're going to be stupid about shit like this.
Yep.
You know? Yes, have both of them just fight. Just both of them. Who gives a fuck about arm wrestling? Into a fight anyway.
Like, look, how many times did they feed Ryback 2 guys that he was shell shocking? Right?
Yeah.
How long did that happen for? How many months?
A long
on SmackDown
time.
and Raw, he was fucking feeding me more, right? You can do that to both these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. And then what happens there? Jobbers get more exposure. They go to AEW. We see him on Dark, right?
Yep.
Or they go to TNA or MLW. Like, yo, he was on Raw.
Yep.
Kind of like the kiss cam girls.
Yo, that last
them on Dynamite.
Yeah, that last chick that was WrestleMania SmackDown where the Jose Lothario kissed that girl, she was on Dynamite.
Yep.
She's literally a wrestler that I follow on Instagram. I'm like, I recognize her for a second. I forgot her name, but yeah.
If you're gonna be, yo, you can just get some jobbers on there, bro. You guys are right. They can just go through the jobbers. Like, yo, Omaz did it in 10 seconds. I could do it in 5. I believe you, because I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah,
he got no entrance music. 5 seconds, you're about to tap to the Hurt Lock.
Yo, I'm telling you, the way they go and show it's like arm wrestling match and then a Punjabi prison match.
They're gonna do the leg fight. You ever seen that shit they do on Instagram with the leg fighting, where they do the shit and then they clean their legs?
Yeah.
We're gonna do the leg fighting next.
It's funny. I wouldn't put it past them. And it's funny because they're gonna have the arm wrestling match in a wrestling ring, and that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
So you could be wrestling now.
Yeah.
Nah, and then it's gonna lead to a brawl eventually, right? Because somebody will cheat or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a match.
Yo,
MVP,
I'm telling you,
MVP's right there.
This match, or whenever they have their match, should lead to I want 5 minutes in the ring with MVP.
Absolutely.
That's what it should go to. I want 5 minutes with MVP because that's the problem I have. Fuck
but here's the thing: is this storyline? If they do it right, you could stretch it till SummerSlam if you do it right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure.
With everybody, you can do it. We've seen it before.
What up, Olsen?
When it's just personal, you can do it. But if you do it right, you know what I'm saying. And we know that you have to limit Omos to like 10 minutes or less in the ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying.
Why are they trying to build him as a wrestler? Like, why don't they just build him as what he is?
Because it's pro wrestling. Some of it is actually wrestling. It's not all entertainment.
Andre the Giant wasn't a wrestler. Like, he would use his brute and his size and his chop.
Andre the Giant was a wrestler. All right, he was a wrestler. All right,
yeah,
never take that away from Andre. He was a wrestler.
Yeah, when he was younger, he would drop kick off the top rope. He was athletic.
He was agile.
He got big in Japan because he could wrestle and he was so big.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the Big Show getting that surgery, because the problem with Andre the Giant and the Big Show is they had a tumor, like a tumor or some shit pressing up against their gland that would never close their growth spurt. So some people it would be like the circus shit, where their heads would grow bigger or their hands would grow huge and all that. They have that same disease, and they didn't know Andre the Giant had that because back in those days
there's no science behind it.
Yeah, there was no science behind it. So when they figured out with the Big Show, when he was old enough, they took that shit out and they stopped it. So he technically, stopped growing. Where Andre the Giant and all these other people, they don't really stop growing because their growth hormones keep going. So that's why Andre the Giant became brittle and then, and died the way he did when towards the end. And a lot of these people don't have long lives because the Big Show technically should have been dead by now if they never took that out of him. If it wasn't for the Big Show taking advantage of that and becoming one of the greatest big men to wrestle, Andre would be the only big man that was ever good at wrestling.
It's
Him and
true.
Yoko.
It's so true.
You know?
Yeah.
'Cause Andre the Giant was an actual like real wrestler. He wasn't just a big guy. He wasn't the Great Khali. Let's put it that way. He can move. He can wrestle. Like Ric Flair said it a lot. Like Andre, anybody would say it. Even Undertaker. Andre was the best. You know, at fucking 7'1" or whatever he was, fucking moving like that.
Absolutely, yep. Agreed.
Well, I guess then they should build Omos to be Andre towards the end of his career, where it wasn't much but chops and powerful moves and try to pick me up. Oh, my back hurts. And then to beat you, I pick you up.
What they need to do with Omos is do not, like, the picture you painted with him, keep him that. If he's supposed to be the indestructible guy, keep him that. Don't go chasing waterfalls, Omos. We don't need no drop kicks from you. We don't need no German suplexes. Be the big
only
guy
person
that
to
dominates
defeat
people.
Omos out of random bullshit would be John Cena, because you know he got Super Cena.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And then Omos is gonna get his ass handed to him by John Cena.
Yeah.
On a whim.
He's relatively new, Austin. Omos.
Hey P, what's up, brother?
Yeah, that's Austin. That's
I know. Yeah. Austin.
But, yeah. You remember Austin?
Okay.
I thought Flocka's son was Alex.
Oh shit. Yeah. Sorry. It is Alex.
Yo, don't be putting names out there like that, bro.
Well, you know what?
Doing exposing people. You can't be doing shit like that on live air. Yo, we live,
listen.
bro. We can't cut that out. No, like,
Hold on, we got it.
Hold on, wait. Hold up. For the future listeners that have a problem with what I just said, Joe, can you escort them? Can you tell them where to go?
Listen, go fuck your. Damn, I missed the beat, but
the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
I beeped the wrong thing. My bad.
That was dope.
My bad.
The mistiming of that beat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the fuck out of here. Anyway, it's fucking late. If you wouldn't have been Flocka's son if you came earlier, all right? Now
okay, that's
you're
wrong.
Flocka's fucking son. After 12:30,
No,
everybody
he
that's in here is Flocka's son.
He shouldn't break the record, but he most likely will someday.
No, yeah.
He's not even a full-time wrestler now. He's doing movies.
How many?
He should have never been anywhere near close.
Nope.
You know what?
No one should break that record.
How many he got left?
if there's only the only person that's gonna end up breaking that record is gonna be Charlotte Flair, because she holds the Flair's name.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
But here's a funny part about all those title wins. I'd rather have one long one than 16.
Yeah.
I'd rather be Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. But the reason
that means you know what?
No, it's true.
Once.
But the reason why Ric Flair is 16-time world champion is because he was the king of the independent circuit. He was the king of going around the small territories. He was the guy who made the Von Erichs legitimate by losing the title to them. He's the guy that made Joe Schmo in the other territory legitimate by losing the title, but he always won it back because he was the guy. He went to that place, he did his job, he put this guy over for that territory, and then went to another territory as the champion. He was the traveling champion. Bruno Sammartino and Hulk Hogan were the guys in the stable.
In the garden.
Yeah, I'm explaining it to show. I'm explaining it to show pretty much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But that's why he was the guy. He was John Cena. He was basically John Cena in the era where technically these guys are not championship material, but they're the best this territory got. So I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do the job for this guy.
I'm gonna put them over because this is what we do.
Over.
I'm gonna put him over, but then I'm gonna take back my champion before I leave.
Yeah,
woo!
Especially
and
in
then
DR,
go on
before they kill me.
Right.
Yep.
He's smart.
That's what it was.
Randy's close, but in all honesty, Randy is such kind of like an old school head, and I don't want to say old school but he has this mentality. He knows Ric Flair's championship, and out of respect for the man, he wouldn't.
Oh, Randy's at what, 14 or something like that?
I think 14 or 13. 13 or 14.
Edge is, I think Edge is at 11 or 12. I know Triple H is at like 12. There's a bunch of people that are close to it, but all of them, out of respect, is awesome. I'm not gonna take that from
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't do anything for them.
No.
You know,
No.
nowadays it doesn't do anything for them.
I do disagree with you, Lay. But for certain situations, 16 times is a lot better. If I was a Super Bowl champion 16 times, I would be much happier than one time.
Because you're the only Super Bowl champion for one day. After
that is
wait a minute. I was like, that's not this. No, it's not the same thing because you're. No, that's bullshit. Because you're not consistently fucking defending it. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You can't compare the two. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is wrestling. This ain't football. This ain't football.
That's like saying, would you rather be married 14 times or one time? Like, that's not the same thing neither.
Well, you know what? Ric Flair can answer that as the same thing.
True.
So
this is true. We got that record.
Randy all I'm saying is he's trying to make sure both of them are even Stevens at this point in time of his life. We love you, Flair, but woo.
So I wanted you to read your point so I could be like, that made absolutely
sense. Listen, I knew it wasn't gonna make sense, but we needed the moment.
The fun thing is, every Super Bowl starts over, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Roman Reigns could be champ for a whole 2 years, and 2 different Super Bowl teams win the championship. He's still the champ. You know what I mean? So, to your point, no. To your point, no.
Yeah, your point doesn't work. But Austin, yes, you can. Any wrestling topic, you can ask us any question on wrestling. We interact with y'all and we answer all that other stuff.
All right.
No, yeah, every Thursday we talk about wrestling.
Just in case.
Every Friday, you come.
I understand.
Well, yeah, Gigi you broke up there, Gigi, but every Thursday you can come and we talk about wrestling. Wednesday we watch movies. Tuesday we talk about comics. Monday we watch Raw. If you want to watch Raw with us, we do a watch along. Friday, the toe on the show, we talk about life. You're always welcome. We always talk to the chat. You're always a part of the conversation. Any questions you have, show would not know how to answer it, and me, Lay, and Gigi got you. You know what I'm saying? But right now we're cutting it late. Usually we end at 12, but this was the hot topic and all that other stuff. And plus we needed to get the promos out for the epic match of me and Matt Awesome versus the little one and the thick and juicy, the 3-on-2 handicap match that's gonna be happening sometime in the near future if the gods are listening. But on that note, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads. GG froze, so we're gonna sign out for. There you go, signing out. Peace, everybody. All right, show. This is the part you fall down.
Nope.
Are those your eyes?